What happens? Hey, everybody, welcome to bonus content. We are literally in E3.
Yeah!
The E3 creep
excited.
has come and encompassed Saturday. I'm Alex. With me in the room, Nato Johnston. All the way, literally all the way from down under. Or down under.
Down under, mate. You know, bunch of rough dingoes down there.
Across the internet, Scott is here, Tony is here, Nabishin is here. This is bonus content. We're probably not going to go too long on this because we do have a lot of news to make up for.
Yeah, and you have caucus to go look at.
I have what to go look at?
Caucus to go look at.
Quackers.
Quokkas?
Quackers.
Kawakas?
Yes.
Cocks?
A lot of cocks.
That's all I heard.
Cocks fucking everywhere.
That's all I heard Tony say was, you have cocks to go look at.
Wait,
That's basically what I
Are we
said.
doing some Mario Kart after this?
Do you want to?
I think we shall.
Yeah.
Are you gonna open up a thing? Because I fucking found your Discord. Nate let me in.
Yeah. We got Scott in there now.
All right.
He's
Yeah.
in Discord.
Yeah. We can do that.
Hounded.
Nate, how is your trip across America going?
It's been absolutely amazing, and I'm sad I didn't do this last year.
Yeah, so last week we took the week off because Nabish and I were in San Francisco. Tony streamed Osu at some point.
I did. Yeah, I just randomly decided to do that.
Yeah.
I've played Ochi now.
Yeah, you're ruined.
Yeah.
I'm actually a genius.
You're ruined.
He's actually pretty good at it for never having played before.
No, I was absolutely terrible, Tony.
Nah,
It's
you,
all
you were
right.
pretty good at it.
You put me on one song, and you're just like, "Oh, I need to put you a little bit lower than this."
Oh, I'm not quite here yet. So yeah, last week we were in San Francisco for Kind of Funny Live 3. Met a lot of Irrational Passions fans. I did, at least. They said they listened.
Yeah,
I don't believe
they're
them.
not real fans like Nate Dogg.
Yeah. They dog. They're not here in my house with me, holding my hand. Look at this. I can just hold Nate's hand whenever the fuck I want.
Yeah.
I could stroke Nate. And you can take that however you want, internet.
I thank you to not.
Oh, really, Tony? How about, what do I do? Oh, look at that. Look at that. Yeah, Nate and I had a good time watching the EA press conference.
Yeah, we did.
I let you into my house at 9 o'clock in the morning today before I went to work.
And I slept the whole
And he
day.
just slept on my couch
The whole day.
with Gus.
Yeah, me and Gus are pals now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You guys are super cute together.
I love Gus.
So, I don't even know. What do we do in bonus content? I took a week off. I don't know how the fuck this show works. Nabishin, we had a good trip, right? I had a good trip. I'm like, what was that? Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
We hugged a lot. I hugged a lot of people. I don't know like how much bonus content. I feel like there's a lot of film. There's a lot of recording of Kind of Funny Live 3 that people can catch up on. Big thank you to Barrett Courtney
God,
and
love
his
that
girlfriend
boy.
Alyssa for letting me stay with them.
And me.
Yeah, you stayed there one night.
Yeah, I stayed one of the nights. God, that was a good night.
You got to experience the fan.
Oh, man, we stayed up way too late and then tried to get up way too early for I did, for the Pokemon thing and was ultimately crushed.
Yeah, it's all right.
God.
How's America, Nate?
America's really good.
You went and saw Tony in Las Vegas. You're doing the Irrational Passions World Tour right now.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
essentially did the Nato Johnson handoff last night.
Yeah.
We did IP West and now we're doing IP East now.
Yeah. Did a recording happen while you're there?
You'll just have to see.
I'm in charge, so I would hope I would know. If it was, I hope you were naked during it.
Would I be anything other than naked?
Fair enough. He's wearing a blanket around his waist right now. It's because he's completely dick out underneath of that.
And fully erect.
Fully erect. You went to Las Vegas. You got very drunk on the strip. Are you composing the tweet right now?
I'm trying to.
Okay, I'll
at
let you
the same
compose the
time.
tweet.
No, continue. I can talk and tweet at the same time.
No, you do your tweet. Tony, how was it having NATO in your life?
Oh, it was fun, dude. We had such a good time.
Yeah. You didn't get to come to Kind of Funny Live 3, but you still got the Johnston.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, you did.
We did some American shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was funny because like he hung out with Danny on the first day, and they had like Taco Bell, and a bunch of fast food.
God,
And
yeah, we did. Taco Bell is legit, everybody. Like any non-American.
Have you never had Taco Bell before?
Where would I have Taco Bell?
I don't know. You've been to
They
America
don't have it in
before.
Aussie.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you've been to America before. I feel like that's a staple.
No, I went to San Fran last. That's what I mean. That's why I'm doing this tour.
Nate,
because,
no,
like,
this is going to be a wedge in
You
our
can have
relationship.
like Taco Bell made with kale in San Francisco, but
Yeah.
yeah.
It's pretty good kale, though. I had a kale smoothie last night. It's
No,
very,
I'm
very
not a kale
yum.
boy.
I mean, I throw in
I'm
the
a baby
smoothies.
spinach boy.
I can't do spinach, so sorry. We even each other out. We're yin and yang.
Well, I did eat your pickles and tomato from your Chick-fil-A
Yeah.
today.
Tomato is one of those.
balls.
Yeah, my dick and balls. What is the dick in that? Oh, I guess there were sliced pickles.
Pickles.
So I couldn't picture it because there were sliced pickles. I know. I disappoint me too, Nabishin. What do you want? Yeah, Nate loves fucking Taco Bell. Scott, take it all. Take it all.
Yeah,
in.
yeah.
Open chat
Nate,
and
this
now,
is
like,
this
chat's
is gonna
going
be
on.
this is gonna be a bit of a wedge in our relationship, Nate.
It's all right.
No.
I think
I
you guys,
despise Taco Bell.
you guys will love each
Yeah,
other.
but I like dirty food. Like really dirty food.
Oh, hold on.
Yeah, that's kind of one of the problems I have with it.
I'm
It's
getting
not- it's
I'm getting a
Taco Bell, I
mobile
don't
call
think- I
from
don't
Danny
think-
Juarez, and I'm going to answer it on this
Oh, okay.
bonus content.
Yeah, where the fuck is he?
Oh, he
That's fair.
call failed.
Cole?
I'm
Guess
just
you're not.
disappointed now.
So the issue I have with Taco Bell is,
See, John
One-
knows.
one-
John in
it's
chat
dirty.
knows. Taco
It's not
Bell is
that
love.
bad.
Taco Bell is love.
but it is dirty.
It's dirty. Yeah, no, I agree with you, Scott.
I can't do the Frito crunchy wrap. I can't do
What did
anything
the,
like
qu-
that.
the Quazo?
Queso.
Queso. Quesadilla.
The Quasar.
And then whenever I want Mexican food,
I'm getting a call now on air.
whenever I want
No, it's
Mexican
from one of my
food,
guys from my pod.
there's always something better
No.
to have than Taco Bell, even if I make it myself. Because I just have that kind of
Why
stuff
is he
around the house.
calling me?
I mean,
Logan, Taco Bell is okay. No, Logan, Taco Bell is not just okay.
so you really loved it.
I fucking loved it. I nearly got it again.
Like I still only think Taco Bell is like just okay. Like Taco Bell is good 2 a.m. food.
Yeah.
When you're like, especially like when you're drunk, man.
Oh, I looked Danny straight in the eyes after the first bite, and I was like, Danny, I want to eat this drunk.
That's fucking good. Yeah, no, I'm glad that you got a full American. What else did you eat in Las Vegas?
Canes?
So hold on. First day, what else did you have other than Taco Bell? Because we went a lot of places.
Oh, we went Five Guys.
I need
as
you to
well.
get all
Yeah,
up
we
on
had
that.
Five
We
marathon.
had it in the same day. I had Taco Bell and Five
I
Guys.
need you like right where I am.
Oh, right. I was actually trying to blow my nose, but that's right.
Sorry, just blow it right. Don't actually blow it.
No,
right
no,
now.
I'm wiping nose. Sorry.
Okay, good. That's fair. Canes, which is like
Yeah.
chicken, right?
Raising Cane's is the in and out of chicken fingers.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Yeah, like
That was really good.
Okay.
we ordered for him.
I still
and
keep
got him,
getting
like,
colds.
The normal thing. And then we had him try it, and he accidentally had the chicken without the cane sauce, and I was like, no.
Yeah. The
You need
the
the
first
cane
dip, I
sauce.
was like, this is all right. Like, it's okay. And then I'm like, Tony's like, you have to dip it in the sauce. And then that's like when the first time I had sex, and I was just like, I really like this.
Are you telling me that you dipped it in the sauce?
Yeah.
Winky face.
Yeah. I dipped it in the pocket, and it was good.
Wow. Okay. Okay. You guys went to Canes.
So the first day was Taco Bell and Five Guys.
Okay.
Five Guys was lit.
Caught up.
Second day, we had Nato slept at our house, so he came to our house, and then the next morning we got up at like 11:30, and we were like, let's go get Chinese food. So we went to this place in Boulder City called China Bistro, which is fucking lit.
Okay.
It had a bunch of Chinese food. I'll let Nato speak to the Chinese food.
Was the Chinese food good, Nate?
Chinese food was really good.
Okay. It was like a buffet, I imagine.
No. It was like restaurant. So you order a couple of dishes, and we shared a couple of dishes. We had orange chicken.
I heard you guys had Korean barbecue.
Yeah,
No?
that night. Was that the
so
same
that's
night?
that was the same day. Yeah, that was the first day that he
So
was
we
with us.
ordered like 5 dishes at Chinese and stuff like that, and then we went to Korean barbecue that night as well.
Yeah,
And then-
like
have,
9
have
hours
you
later,
been
we
to
were-
Korean barbecue with these motherfuckers?
I went with Tony and Scott, but like Tony.
You haven't been to a Korean barbecue with me where it is all you can eat though.
Yeah. It's a lot, right?
I finished like we finished what we had, and then we got a second, and then like we sort of finished that, and I look over at them and I'm like, I think I'm done. And then like Griffin and Tony look at each other and like, another round. And then like Griffin's putting food on my plate. I'm like, Griffin, I can't eat it. I'm gonna vomit. It was not good.
Okay. And then you
It
guys
was super delicious though.
is this like post this is what this when you went to the strip?
No.
Oh.
No, this was the day before.
Okay.
Yeah.
We figured like you don't want to go to the strip after eating a bunch of like Korean barbecue because it's not a good plan.
But that was still at like 12 to 1 a.m. We went and got Korean barbecue.
Yeah. We left at about 12:30.
Yeah.
So after all that, we went back to the house and watched anime and fell asleep. And the next day we got up and where did we go? Oh yeah, we got a New York style pizza.
Yeah.
All right.
Which was average.
All right.
Yeah, it was just okay.
It was
There's
Las
no
Vegas, New York style pizza.
Yeah.
To be
There
fair.
is no good pizza on this side of the planet.
That's not
Or
true.
this side of the country.
This side of
at
the
least.
country, yeah.
Yeah.
Some good pizza over here on the East Coast. I'll tell you what.
The East
I can't
Coast
wait.
is
I'm gonna
good.
be
West Coast
Jersey
is
and
good.
New York's next. So
Yeah. You're gonna hit both the Meccas. You're good.
I had Pitts telling me like specific places I needed to go
Yeah.
in Jersey.
Yeah, I know. I heard. Then you guys went to the strip. I want to hear about the strip.
So before we went
I don't
to
give a fuck about what happened before the strip.
we hit Cane's and then we went to the strip.
No,
I got
no.
4 FaceTime calls.
I went.
I want to know what the
shooting.
fuck happened.
I
Oh
went.
yeah, that's right.
shooting.
Yeah, you shot guns.
we took a
Yeah.
shot to shoot guns.
Griffin got burnt by a bullet. Like the dude
Oh yeah, there was
two up
this
from
guy
us
next
was
to
like
them.
sticking his gun out way too far. So like when his like shells were coming out, like hit Griffin perfectly in the knee, well like shin actually, and burnt and like dented and like he had this huge bruise and cut on him.
Fuck that.
I know. I was like,
Yeah, it was pretty
this is
fucked
why I
up.
don't like guns.
That sounds really fucked up.
This is a guy who was being stupid. Basically, he didn't
Yeah.
put his gun in the right. There are like walls around you in the little booth that you're in for a reason to stop your fucking shells, and the guy was just like putting his entire assault rifle out of the walls.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that's not cool.
What a dickhead.
it was not cool.
Danny's on his way. Update.
Okay.
So he'll be. He was taking a nap and he overslept a little bit. So
See, I can respect that.
he's fine.
I can respect that.
You guys went to the strip. You went to the Taco Bell cantina. You guys,
Yeah.
I assume did other things. You got these giant alcohol dicks.
Yeah. So first thing, we went to Fat Tuesdays, which is basically a giant margarita bar where you can get up to a 100-ounce drink of one of their 8 different types.
100 ounce.
Yeah,
Yes.
100 ounces.
Like it was half my height, the actual cup.
It's a full meter.
Yeah.
yeah.
or-
So they
or
for the
meat
big,
tray.
Yeah,
Mitre,
for the
definitely.
big
That's
one, they
how we
actually like
specifically call it in Australia. A mitre.
put like a white necklace on it. So
Would you
can hang
like a
on-
mitre of water?
Are you telling me you gave 100 ounces of alcohol a pearl necklace, Tony?
Basically, yeah.
He did.
That's kind of hot.
Yeah. So yeah, we did that, and then we walked around the strip. We went to the link. We went and saw that giant
Ferris wheel.
Ferris wheel, and did a bunch of cool shit.
Okay. That sounds like fun.
Called you multiple times.
Yeah, FaceTime called
Yeah.
me 6 times. I answered 4 of them. One time I said, I took my phone off Do Not Disturb, so I'll be able to get your call. And then I dropped my phone on the floor and forgot about it.
Nice.
And I was watching anime.
Fuck yeah.
I was like just depressed by myself watching anime. I'm like, yeah, this is what's up. Yu Yu Hakusho. Let me tell you about that.
You yucca show.
Okay. How was your week off, Scott? Good. Okay, great.
I didn't do too much. Still in school. It's where the only
Stay in
thing
school,
I really
kids.
did.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
The only thing I really did is keep cleaning out junk out of the house.
You moved home, right?
Yeah.
Okay. That's good. I'm glad you're home. That's good. I had a crazy week. Thank you everyone who came up and said hi in San Francisco. You're all lovely. The few folks rocking IP shirts.
Lost mine.
You lost yours.
Lost it.
Oh, not lost. I left it at the hotel, but one of my roommates there retrieved it for me. So thank you to them.
Good.
Nice.
Shout out to them.
Did they retrieve it or did they acquire it?
Did they? Are you saying?
Like
did they
I didn't
steal
even
it?
know. No, I didn't even know I left it there, and then it turned out like like they in our DM chat they left a note saying like, hey, someone left your IP shirt here. I'm like, oh, that's mine. Oh shit. Oh well.
Yeah, that's I left my Spelunky shirt at PSX last year, and Danny retrieved it for me. That's good. Yeah, I had a great time. It was good seeing everybody. How's the post kind of funny gathering depression going for you, Nabishin?
Oh, I've just been sick. I haven't even had time to be depressed.
Okay.
Like I just had this crazy cough. So like I'm either working like crazy because I guess I had to make up for like what I missed somewhat. Because like as far as openers, like it's only me and my manager. And so my manager's been doing it for like a full week, and we're having a new store open by our store. So like it's like up to like 11 right now as far as like responsibilities and duties and like cleaning up and everything like that. So
Yeah.
he was stressed out. He's talking like, oh, I'm ready to quit, stuff like that. So I'm trying to be a bigger person and be like, hey, this is pretty much just told him to his face. Don't come into work. I'll take care of everything.
Yeah.
He didn't listen the first day, but like he took the full 2 other days off.
That's good.
And like yeah, I've been taking care of that. So that's cool. And I'm off for the next 3 days, so fuck him. So whatever.
Hell yeah. Woo-hoo! Party. I'm not. I work tomorrow. It sucks. But yeah, I guess I'm lucky that I got sick, like super sick before Kind of Funny Live.
Yeah, so your immune system was like this ultra like.
I was on antibiotics through most of Kind of Funny, so.
So you're like Wolverine, just walking in like, I am invincible.
Yeah, that's exactly how I was. You were there. You
Yeah.
saw me running around slashing people with my slashy claws.
I love your slashy claws, but yours are located on your dick.
Yeah, my slashy dick.
I mean, that makes sense.
Yeah, it's the Irish, you know. Yeah, no, I had a great time. I came back not sick. I had a full extra day off too, just to be home. Slept until 4 p.m. It was great. Watched all of the first season of My Hero Academia,
Yes.
which I like a great deal, and everyone assumed immediately that I didn't like it all. And I was like, no, that's not what I meant. I just was like, I didn't know what to say about it because I wasn't in a place to commentate on it. And everyone's like, you know, it's fine. Just stop watching. Just stop watching. Move along. The hype is too good. I'm like, what are you guys saying right now? Are you upset at me?
You need to love it with all your heart.
I know. I had a conversation with Nabishin about this last night. At the very least, we cleared the air. I explained that I didn't dislike it at all.
It's because a lot of fans are at a different stage than you.
They're very
right
into
now.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're in this like, it's God to us right now. So like, if you're not at the same level to us, like people like take it as like you don't like it.
Yeah, well, there was like the thing of like I'd love to see a reaction to episode 2, and I'm like, I mean, I didn't like have like a physical reaction to it. I was just like really into it.
Yeah.
As
As I said to you, like season 2 is like where they start hitting you hard with like them emotions and all that. It's like season 1 is just like amazing. As you said, it really reminds you of Naruto and stuff like that. It's like when they start sliding in everybody's like more developed backstories in season 2 that like the feels will start to hit, especially the most recent episode. Well, actually, I haven't seen the most recent episode yet.
Danny says his laptop blue screened.
Oh, for
Nice.
So, I don't
He's
think
having a
Danny
good
will
time.
I don't think it'll be joining us. I just replied with great. Yeah, I totally see it. I haven't gotten the chance to start season 2 because I decided that I wanted to watch the Dark Tournament arc of Yu Yu Hakusho for some reason.
That's very cool.
Which is great. It's a great thing. And it's a great show, and I love it a lot. So that's what I've been doing. Having a good time. I watch anime since I got home. Finally, people can call me a real weeb. I don't.
Yuri on Ice, though.
I don't think I've.
Yeah, we're probably gonna watch 1 or 2 episodes of Yuri.
Good.
on Ice.
Okay.
Maybe even tonight.
Please be excited.
Danny's very upset about his laptop.
Oh yeah, he wanted to be on.
Yeah,
Talk about that EA.
He did.
We're 2 of the softest boys on the internet.
Yeah.
And then he has to now buy a new laptop, probably.
Well, he bought this laptop from a pawn shop.
No, one of his friends gave it to him.
He told me that he just said he bought it from a pawn shop
Oh.
to me. So he lied to you. He lied to you.
Yeah, because he could
Speaking of
never have
laptops.
possibly lied to you.
What'd you say? No option.
I said, speaking of laptops,
Yeah, I'm gonna have a new laptop soon, someday.
Yes.
Hey.
Hopefully Monday. Fingers crossed.
did you
is
tell him about
delivered.
the upgrade thing? That
Oh yeah, my computer got upgraded because new computers came out. So that's exciting. So I'm gonna have like a dope laptop soon.
Can we do an unboxing? Totally.
You and me.
Yeah.
I mean, if you really want to,
Why the fuck not?
we'll Periscope it.
Yeah.
We'll go live on Instagram.
Yeah.
I hope they don't. I hope they didn't stick you with the i9.
No. It's what's a Cabby Lake?
Oh shit.
That sounds like the i9.
It's
It's
an i7.
second generation, or like the most recent generation i7.
Okay, good.
Um,
And again, it's a laptop, so I guess it doesn't really matter all that much.
Yeah. So I'm excited. I'm looking forward to that. Trying to think. I'm rusty on bonus content. I feel like there's a lot of stories from Kind of Funny Live, but I feel like we have more pressing matters to get to. Wonder Woman. Now I saw Wonder Woman. Nate was there. Oh, yeah, I forgot. I'm sorry. You were standing right behind me.
It's not like I helped purchase your ticket.
Oh yeah.
To this.
Yeah, that too. I'm sorry, dude. It's been a long week, man. That's a good movie.
It was a real good movie.
Yeah.
It's not a movie without its flaws.
Yeah, it's got problems.
But it's a good fucking foundation.
Qualitative wise, I would just quality wise, I would compare it to like a Marvel movie. If you like the thing that they're doing, this is a totally different thing, but it is like equally good.
I think this one has more heart though.
Yeah.
Yeah, it has a lot of heart.
I've heard it described as like Marvel movies are the ones like the heroes that you see on the street and stuff like that. Like you may know a Marvel hero if like you existed in that universe, but
Yeah.
DC heroes are like the fucking pinnacle, like the pedestal people, like the gods that you look up to, like for inspiration and hope and stuff like that. While Marvel guys are just the ones that get in there and do the stuff.
Yeah.
And that movie, her getting out of the trench, still
Yeah, dude, I got
gives me shivers. Shivers.
I was like crying through that whole scene just because I was like, man, Wonder Woman, and like it's good. But yeah, it was it's very good.
I really liked it.
So I would recommend seeing it. They made a good DC movie. I don't think they'll make another good one.
It upsets me so much.
Yeah, but I'm happy that they can make at least one good one.
Well, it gives me a little bit more inspiration for Justice League. Like, it looks like they could take it in a good direction.
Sure, but like I think the thing about Wonder Woman succeeds at on a lot of fronts too. It's like one of the main concerns I had with like the reaction from Batman v Superman and watching like the Justice League trailer and someone watching some of the trailers for Wonder Woman. It's like I don't know how they'll do levity. Like I thought they might be trying to go too far over the edge as far as like mixing comedy with their like somewhat dark tone. I thought Wonder Woman like hit it perfectly. Still concerned about like Justice League as far as that. I mean, I'll still see that fucking movie. It's still just the point that like that movie's just like so just fucked to me, like in so many ways, just because of the whole Superman thing, and it still bothers me to this day. Yeah,
no, I'm with you. Like what they did with Superman really kind of destabilized that universe. I think because he was the cornerstone of it.
It's kind of like it's the fact that like you see like promotional art for that movie and you see Superman in that movie, so it's like, I mean, in the promotional art, and it's just like, oh, so you literally just don't give a fuck about this character, in any way, shape, or form. So, and
I get that not a lot of people like Superman anymore, and part of that is, I mean, the movies aren't helping that, but like,
they fucked it up. It's their fault.
But they're like, well, there are people that like comics
they were trying
and
to make an interesting Superman.
and genuinely don't like Superman. I think there's room for that, but like, there's a lot to love about that character, and there's not a lot to love about that character in a cinematic universe.
Yes and no.
Okay, here it comes. Hot take.
They went ahead. You know about. Does the New 52 ring a bell?
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't like
when
the
they
New
went
52
ahead.
Superman.
Well, actually,
Right,
it's
they
more
went ahead.
Earth 1 Superman. Like, if anyone reads the Earth 1 Superman, that is, whatever. I can't remember what's this. Man of Steel. Man of Steel is literally like pulled from those books. Like it's about a Superman that's flawed in a human world. Yeah. And he ends up like it's nearly the same thing except for Zod. They have this alien race was on a moon that was next to Krypton and stuff like that. But it's the exact same plot. And
Right.
that comic is really good. It was just
And
it didn't translate well to the movie.
And what a lot of people like about Superman comes from things that are older than that. Things that are way older than that.
Yeah.
The things that
1920s.
aren't that comics Superman. And they take a lot of it. They don't get that anymore.
Yeah.
So it's like
It's like when people say they don't like this Batman. Like I've seen the ones when they said what's the name is not a good Batman from the Batman Begins movie. Well, he is a good Batman for certain eras of the comic and stuff like that. It's just people have read or even don't even know that they're thinking of a certain Batman, because like there's a Batman that doesn't do any fighting. He's completely a Sherlock Holmes kind of character and stuff like that. And that's one of my favorite Batmans. But I'm not going to shit on a combat Batman like the Arkham games and stuff like that, because I hate that Batman like that. But I'm not going to shit on it because that is another person's favorite Batman, because it's, what is it, like 80 years now of Batman and like 90 years of Superman, like
with all the different reboots and just having different sections of comics.
So,
and
like,
what I believe what Marvel did, because they always had the spin-off ones.
Yeah.
But they took, I want to say, the most popular of the versions, and then they stuck the era label next to any of the movies when they did it, essentially.
Yeah.
Like, they did it for Spider-Man. They did it for they didn't do it for Thor, but
No.
You
Thor
know,
is weird and different. I think that's fair assessment. I just wish the amalgamation of interpretations that is the Man of Steel Superman was better.
I just like I've always said my favorite Superman is a villain Superman, but I don't want that in the movie universe because it doesn't work. You have to do a one-off.
You're gonna get it.
That's what they're doing. That's what it feels like they're building up to.
No, it's not, because it does like it's not going like Red Sun or like Kingdom Come or something like that.
Oh, you don't think they're just gonna resurrect Superman and be like, oh, now I'm a villain for like a movie and a half?
No, I think
something like that?
it's literally going to be like the birth and death of Superman, the rebirth of Superman. Like that is what I think. It's going to have that, like he looks like a villain, but then it's going to figure out that it's not actually that Superman or something like that. Like they did in the
fucking
comics.
hope they just leave him dead. I really fucking hope they leave him dead.
I
for a
wish they
while.
did. The final bit at the end of
Batman v Superman,
where you see the dirt rise on, I was like, fuck. Just
Well, here's the
perhaps
thing.
they
What
had
if?
balls for a second. They were going to kill off, because
What if?
that is the one thing I shit on Marvel. They're never ballsy enough to kill off one of their
Yeah, but like
heroes.
the thing is,
villains, though.
they kill all the villains. Yeah.
Exactly.
But like the thing is, like when they killed Superman, it's like he wasn't even a character to care about when he died.
No.
So like his death meant nothing.
That's like what Marvel does. Like people go, oh, they killed Quicksilver, or they killed the guy that becomes the guy in the TV show, whatever that's called.
Oh, Coulson.
Coulson. It's like they couldn't even kill him off properly. They had to bring him back in a TV show. Like that was.
I thought he was like a cyborg or something. I never watched one episode of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
They like rebuilt. They like use like genetic modification to rebuild Coulson. It's a whole thing.
Yeah,
Don't worry about it.
Yeah, first season of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. was not good. Further seasons, really good.
I heard it gets better, but
Yeah,
man,
it's
I
actually
just
really good.
Couldn't care.
I was just hungover one day or sick, and I powered through season 1 and got to season 2, and it's really good because they start bringing in like the Inhumans and stuff like that. And give me some of that.
All right. I think we talked about superheroes enough. Wonder Woman was good. You should see it. It's fun.
Other movies I saw: Get Out, good movie. La La Land, also good movie.
There you go. The Nabishin Hot Take. Did you watch anything on the flight home?
I watched Moonlight. God.
Yeah.
The second time I've watched Moonlight, and fuck, that is such a good movie. It deserves that win. Like I loved La La Land the first time I watched it. Second time, not so much. But first time I really did. But Moonlight was even better the second time.
Yeah.
So go out and watch Moonlight, everybody. If you haven't seen Moonlight, go and watch that movie.
No.
Scott, like I think even you would enjoy that movie. Like really enjoy that movie. Yeah.
But the next movie I have to see is either Spider-Man when that comes out, or Guardians of the Galaxy 2, because I still haven't done that yet.
Oh yeah, you should see Guardians.
2's good. I'm worried about
If it's
Spider-Man.
another movie, I'm not watching it.
I'm a little worried about Spider-Man.
It feels
Yeah.
like number 2 of the second reboot. Like they're throwing way too much into one film.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. Well, I believe in what they got going.
Yeah.
I know you don't, and you have reason not to, but I do.
I don't like Spider-Man anyway, so
Okay, yeah.
yeah.
I
Uphill
think
battle.
if they don't allot, if they throw it in, but they don't allot a lot of screen time to it, and they do the thing where they skip over it, they mention it, and that's about it. It could probably pass for a lot of things.
Guys, did you ever see that?
Simply because we've had so many Spider-Man movies. I don't think we need to see all of some of that stuff play out.
Did you ever see that Fantastic Four movie?
Not
No.
the newer one, no.
They like skip like 2 years in the middle of that movie or something. It's like 6 months, I think. It's really weird. That movie is it's rough. It was really good.
6 months later.
Yeah, it was really good up until 6 months later, and then it's like, whoa, this is off the rails. All right, let's. You guys want to start the real show?
Yeah.
All right. Does everybody have Audacity ready?
Ready and tested.
Cool. I'm gonna count from 5 to 1. I got there, and then we're gonna hit record together, and it's gonna be hot. So 5, 4, 3,
Record.
2, 1.
How do I record?
Fuck you, Dano.
What do I press? I'm new here.
Let it go.
I'm new. I don't know what to do.
Let it go.
Hit the space bar on his computer. Do it.
Let it. No.
Don't actually do it. I don't know what it does.
Well, I'm in Twitter now.
It makes a space. Or skips down the page.
It could pause Audacity.
Could also do that.
All right. Namishan, what news happened?
I wrote all the news down.
Okay, good. Awesome. Thank you very much. We talked about Monster Hunter.
I don't remember, so okay.
It's all right. We did talk about that.
We did.
Okay. Yeah, that's new. It's a new Bubsy game. Forgot about that.
Yeah, what the fuck? Oh man, I can't wait to talk about that.
PlayStation 3 is out of production. That's good. EA news. So, way out announced. What's it? Anthem?
Anthem.
With all those teraflops.
So many flops, man.
Ah. I'm so excited.
Coming.
Helping children get clean water.
Madden has a story mode.
Yeah.
FIFA has
And it
a
looks good.
Story mode.
You know that one thing we said Madden needed?
Story mode.
Now, we said that pretty recently too, didn't we?
Yeah.
Because the FIFA one has been actually getting pretty good.
Yeah, they're making a sequel.
Because what's his name again?
Alex, whatever.
Yeah, where's Alex?
Where's
Have you seen Alex?
Have you seen Alex?
Where's the hunter? Is he the hunter or is he the hunted?
What else did EA announce? Anything?
The brothers game.
Yeah.
I got that.
They did some stuff for Battlefield 2, of course.
Yeah, or Battlefield 1.
Isn't it 2?
Nope. It's Battlefield 1 DLC.
Battlefront 2.
Battlefront 2. That was it. Okay.
Yeah, that's what I said.
You said Battlefield 2.
Battlefront. Yes, that's what I meant. Battlefront 2.
They talked about Battlefield as well. Or the DLC.
Battlefield 1, yeah.
Or the DLC.
Yeah, they did the Battlefield.
We got
DLC.
night now.
Battlefront 2 was shown.
Yep.
A lot of Battlefront 2 was shown.
All right, I'm going to just take Danny out of this.
Damn.
Damn.
That hurt.
Sorry. Bam, 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 bam.
Need for Speed as well. Did you get that?
I wrote that down.
Okay. We got you, chat.
Got you, chat.
And that was it?
That was it. They spent a lot of time on Battlefront 2, to be fair.
They really did.
I'm going to grab my inhaler.
That's one thing I didn't bring mine either.
Well, here's the thing: they didn't announce a whole lot, and I knew that from where I was coming in. But then they spent a whole lot on it, and then I knew of Madden, Need for Speed, and Battlefront 2. That's the part where I came in. They did 4 games over the space of an hour, and I want to say the 20 to 30 minutes of that was just Battlefront 2.
They said at the beginning we have 30 minutes on Star Wars.
Yeah.
So.
They warned us.
They warned us.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's do this. It is Saturday, June 10th, 2017, and you are listening to the Irrational Passions podcast. I am your host, Alex O'Neill, and we are in E3 season. So joining me this week is Scott Guthier.
Isn't it just weekend?
I mean, it's Monday and Tuesday morning as well. That's more than a weekend, Scott. Tony
Yeah.
Horvath.
Hi.
Brian Nabishin Jackson.
Ooh, you touch my tra-la-la.
My ding ding dong.
My ding-ding-dong.
And bringing his ding ding dong from Australia to America.
You mean it's ding-dang-dango? Dingo? Dang?
Ding dang dingo.
Dingo Dongo.
His dingo dongo dango. Nato Johnston.
His Drongo Nate.
Drongo Nate.
Hi, Nate.
Quick story. We built a character on Desert Star Online or whatever it's called. And that's what my character
This
was.
is your introduction.
That was my character.
Welcome back to Irrational Passions podcast. Welcome to my house.
Welcome,
Nate,
listeners.
listen, for audio listeners, Nato's in my house.
Hello.
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 You're very handsome.
Oh, thanks, bud. You're a cute boy yourself. Don't ever. No, I hate this where you're like, no, you're a cute boy, Nathan. I'm like, Alex.
People watching live, tell us who's the cuter boy. Look at this. All right,
Yeah,
there's
Nate's more on the handsome side. So Alex, you got the cute boy thing.
You're fucking hot though. Like I'd fuck you. I'd fuck you hard.
Stay away from him.
We're
Don't let him do
we're
it.
wine and dining, and then we're making love.
Oh yeah, we're making sweet love. We're gonna eat like a cheese platter. Nato is here. You're doing an American World Tour.
Yep.
Talked about it a little bit.
IP West, IP East.
Yeah, you hung out with Tony
Yeah.
throughout earlier this week, and now you're with me. And Scott will be here tomorrow, and we're all gonna watch E3 and cuddle together. It's gonna be great. You're gonna have to cuddle, Scott. I know it's hard for you, but it's gonna be harder
Damn
for
it.
Nate.
I'm very, 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 very convincing.
So
Are we gonna watch it with a life sack as present?
we could actually.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yes.
Will Nate be here for Microsoft?
Yeah, he's gonna be here through Tuesday.
Yep.
I mean, will he be when I do that? Since you won't be here.
Well, Nate said he would wait for me. He would save himself for me.
Okay, that's it.
So we are in E3 season, so this is only really going to be relevant to the people watching live. But we're going to be doing some post shows after Microsoft, Sony, Bethesda. Oh, that Bethesda one's going to be real fun. And Ubisoft. I don't know what we're going to do for Nintendo. Hopefully, there's enough to talk about.
Post shows only, no stream shows.
No, we're not going to stream our reactions. We are disparate and separate, and Tony's not even here anymore.
Damn.
But I liked what we did last year when we just did post shows. I feel like it was a bit more focused.
We might Periscope.
We maybe we could Nate and I can Periscope.
Yeah.
Problem is, I am working tomorrow, and Microsoft decided to move everything up. So did EA. Was like before the podcast this week. So Microsoft, I'm gonna miss the first half of Microsoft. So when I get home from work, NATO and I are gonna sit down, cuddle up, and watch Microsoft. Hopefully Scott will join us, and we will. I will not be on that post show, but I will talk about my thoughts that evening.
Not
after
going to be on the post show.
I will not. Nobshin is going to host that because he's a G, and hopefully we'll have some guests on. I know Logan Wilkinson is going to be joining us after Sony Monday night, which is fun.
Logan.
And NATO is going to be our special guest the whole week just because he's here in my house. And
Who's
you know,
gonna be there after Bethesda?
Yeah, I will. If like, because that's going to be like
1 a.m.
1:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
Because Bethesda is at midnight tomorrow night.
Why?
I don't know, because it's 9 p.m. Pacific.
Like, I come across the fucking world to get in the right time zone so I don't have to watch them at 3 a.m. And Bethesda's like, you know what, Nathan? Fuck you.
We were gonna do it at
We're
noon
still
your
gonna
time.
do it at 1 a.m. in the fucking morning.
Yep.
God damn it.
So at the very least, it'll be Nate and I, and Scott probably. So.
Yeah.
So yeah, we got that all planned out. We're going to be talking about EA's conference, which was before the show today in our news section, and today is when we make some E3 bets. And I'll have you know, Nabish and I worked very hard on these bets, and they're very complicated.
Oh my
And
God.
I'm very excited about them. Although because Danny,
How dumb are they?
they're pretty dumb. There are a couple of them where and I looked at Nabish and I'm like, this is fucking so good right now.
So hold on, what's Monday's schedule?
Monday is Ubisoft at like 3 p.m. or whatever, and then Sony
Yeah,
Sony at 9 p.m.
I'm gonna miss the Ubisoft one.
It's all
Be
right.
there for the Sony one. And Tuesday?
Tuesday's just Nintendo in the morning. It's like
How
9
early?
9 a.m. Eastern. No, it's like 9
I
a.m.
think
Pacific.
it's 12.
So it's
I don't
12 our time, yeah.
Well, I can probably make the first half of that.
Yeah. I feel like we'll probably watch the Nintendo one remote of one another. So it's really just
Yeah,
gonna
probably.
be Sunday, Monday. That's where the party's happening. So we'll have some reactions. We'll have some YouTube videos archived and go up. Just they're gonna be hangouts on air, and then obviously this podcast we're gonna have some dumb bets. And a couple weeks ago we did our predictions. So go check those out. For now, we got a lot of catching up to do. Well, not a lot, but on IrrationalPod.com to do some housekeeping real quick. We've got written versions of both my predictions, George Cruz's predictions, and Logan Wilkinson's predictions. So if you'd like to read some E3 predictions, those are up. Logan reviewed Emily's Away 2. It's a very good review. You should read it. New episode of Monthly Passions podcast. Things like that are going on, happening. It's having a good time. I think let's talk about video games. We're gonna try and keep this a little bit tighter because we do have a lot of news from 2 weeks to catch up on, and then EA's conference, and then bets. And I'd like this podcast to not go into the early hours of the morning, but we'll see what happens.
I'll go
We'll
first.
Okay, what you been playing, Option?
Persona 5, Mario Kart, and a little bit of Kingdom Hearts, and that's it. Same shit. Still in my rut. Nothing really new.
What Kingdom Hearts are you playing?
Still one. I do the work. I do. The
Okay,
work.
I didn't know if you like jumped to something else. I was asking.
No, I'm not coming down your throat. I was just explaining it.
Where are you at in Kingdom Hearts 1?
Hollow Bash.
I've been reading a book about Kingdom Hearts, or I started reading a book about Kingdom Hearts today. People should be very excited about this book.
Real good.
I'm like through the first chapter, and I'm very into it.
Is it about the game or about the story around playing that game? I never was really sure. about that.
Both, all the above.
Okay, cool. Cool,
And
cool.
it's emotional, and it's good. It's very good. You'll like it a lot.
Awesome.
So that's the Boss Fight Books by Alexa Ray Correa. That is out, I think,
Oh.
either next week or in a couple weeks. I don't know exactly when that's coming out.
How is it for a non-Kingdom Hearts fan?
It's good. It's very good at kind of introducing to you like what's going on. There's a good summary.
Because I've tried to play the games and I just can't. So,
Yeah,
but I still,
it doesn't get too into
not
the-
everybody's been recording, so
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah. It doesn't get into the nitty gritty, or at least it hasn't yet. It probably will down the line. But like, Alexa is really good at like positioning that book as like, hey, this shit's crazy, but I love it, and I'm like, it's the right way to talk about that game. So it's like how you and I talk about it in Option. Like, it's like we understand this is like a really high barrier to entry, but that doesn't mean we're not less passionate about it. And I think that's it's clear that someone who really loves the series writes about it, and like the way that she ties it like emotionally to herself and to the world is very clever, and I think anyone can appreciate that. The only other boss fight book I've started reading before is the Spelunky one, which is far more technical because it was written by Derek Yu, who was like the programmer and developer for the game. So that's like way nitty gritty, and that's like not a very story driven game. So, yeah. So just speaking of Kingdom Hearts, that's something to look out for. I'm not sure when that's out exactly, but you should be excited. Please be excited for this Kingdom Hearts 2 book or Kingdom Hearts book in general. Is Kingdom Hearts still good? Question.
Yeah, I'm still excited to play 2 again. Like I haven't played that since the last time I played the HD remix. So
Yeah.
I gotta work through that. Get through King Memories, which I love dearly. So yeah, I'll get there
Cool.
eventually.
I
Persona 5 still good.
Persona 5. Guess what? Real good.
I'm thinking of starting it pretty soon.
No, I heard that.
Yeah.
Take your time, man. Like, yeah, listen.
Tony, I sent you a video.
Yeah,
like,
you did. It's fucking. Tony really did ruin you while you were in Las Vegas.
What do you mean?
I got a lot of pictures and videos.
of like all those AMV videos you made.
Oh, that's so funny.
So, I only had like one big one that I wanted to talk about. I've been not really playing games the last couple weeks because I've been traveling a lot. But on the plane to San Francisco and back, what I ended up playing the most was actually Shovel Knight.
Oh, back on it.
And what I played through in its entirety across both flights was Plague of Shadows, which was the expansion that I had not finished. And I know Scott has played a good deal of Plague of Shadows. He's played more than I had, at least.
Mm-hmm.
But
I got like 3 stages in.
so I'll say, like, playing that after playing Spectre of Torment is kind of a bummer. Like, I can see the problem with Plague of Shadows in that.
Yeah.
So Spectre of Torment is like completely new. Like, it's formatted differently, and it doesn't have like the world map and the stuff that I really liked about Shovel Knight, where Plague of Shadows
right.
does.
It's like you play Spectre Knight, and it's like that's really what Plague Knight should have been. And if they were to have something that was closer to Shovel Knight, that should have been for the Black Knight, and then for Shield Knight as well, probably.
Yeah.
Looks
So
like it from what we've seen, but we don't know how Shield Knight actually. We don't know what Shield Knight does at all.
Yeah. So for people's reference, Plague of Shadows, you play as Plague Knight through the same campaign as Shovel Knight. So you're playing all the same levels. There are different and new sections added to each level that really take advantage of Plague Knight's maneuverability, right? His ability to jump multiple times and kind of hover through the air and things like that. But for the most part, you're just doing the same levels as Shovel Knight 1, like OG Shovel Knight. And those added sections, those new sections that are specific to Plague Knight are just like so better and so better tuned to that character. It's just like anytime you're not in like that pretty brief section of every level, it's just kind of a bummer. And like I think Spectre of Torment, not just because it is like a totally new campaign and it has like completely redesigned levels for Spectre Knight and his abilities, it also like had the same kind of unique hook of a weirdly emotional story that is like takes you by surprise at multiple occasions, just like the original Shovel Knight. Where Plague of Shadows has a little bit of that, but it just doesn't really stick the landing like the other two do, which is a little bit of a bummer. It's still fun. Plague of Shadows is written very well. I'll say it's very funny. And like there are tons and tons of abilities you get in that game, and they're all very, very cool. Like all the challenge levels that were like the treasure levels from Shovel Knight are redesigned around Plague Knight's new tools that he gets, like his secondary abilities, and those are all really good as well. But again, it's just anytime you're not in a level like specifically designed for Plague Knight, it's like I wish this had been tuned.
And then it's you don't have Shovel Knight's tools, and so it's harder than it normally would be. Feels that way.
Like for me, it wasn't even harder. It's just like Plague Knight. Just like it's so easy to kill enemies with his abilities. It's so easy to kill the knights. Like all the bosses were a joke. Except there are multiple parts where you fight Shovel Knight in that campaign instead of Plague Knight, and those are fun. Those are really cool.
So they're a little bit more difficult.
Yeah, that's like a hard fight because Shovel Knight can use all of his different items, and that's really cool That's a cool fight. The 2 times that you fight him, and
if they tell him to always go invincible when you try to throw a bomb at him,
that would be really funny. He does do that, and he has like the Ichor, so he'll like heal himself fully, like when he gets down to low health. So it's basically you have to do two health bars, which makes him harder. But like all the bosses were just too easy and things like that. And like the platforming, you can like break the platforming pretty easily with a couple of Plague Knight's maneuverability abilities. So, or his like scaling abilities. So, I still liked it. I still had a good time, and it's still Shovel Knight. So at the end of the day, it still plays well. But it's just like clearly inferior to both Spectre and the vanilla Shovel Knight. And I ended up replaying some levels in Spectre of Torment, just to like finish off and top off my review for that, which I'll post when I have a computer again. But yeah, it's good. It's good to like have that context for it. It's clear to me that they took a lot of that criticism seriously when they went into Spectre of Torment, which tells me if they do, I know they're working on something new now, but when they do, because they did promise that they would go through and I think do all the nights, I would bet that they would do custom stuff for all the nights instead of kind of rehashing things like they did with Plague Knight. So that's cool. I just like it was good to kind of close that loop now. And now I played like all of Shovel Knight.
Yeah.
Do you think after King Knight, they'll actually do another game, or do you think they'll actually go through all the nights before they actually move to another game?
I don't know. Like it depends on what they think of like what they promised via Kickstarter. Because like I said, I think through the Kickstarter they promised to do all the nights.
I think up to King Knight was where the Kickstarter ended. That's why that's the last free one.
Yeah, maybe.
Do you want all the nights?
No.
Which one like don't you want?
There are ones that like just I wouldn't know how you like. How would you do
like Tinker Knight or something? Yeah.
Well, like Tinker Knight, I feel like you could do some fun stuff with, but like with the snow one, I don't actually.
You think he'd be Shovel Knight, right?
Yeah, he has a snow shovel. Like
Yeti Knight,
Frost Knight,
cold as fuck Knight,
cold AF Knight. But
I thought it was Yeti Knight. I guess I'm wrong.
It's not Yeti Knight. He's like such a hulking character. So like if you did like a Wario Land Shake It-esque series of levels with him, that could be cool. But like I feel like you would just start breaking further and further away from like the Shovel Knight mechanics, which would kind of not be in the spirit of like an expansion to Shovel Knight. It would be more of its own new game. So I would love to see them do like a Super Shovel Knight or Shovel Knight X to continue kind of like the referential stuff with all new knights and new abilities and things like that and like Super Nintendo graphics. Because I think that would be fucking super awesome. And regardless, like they have a lot of potential. So I'm excited to see whatever they do. Again, they're all good. It's just like there's clearly more attention paid to like Spectre Knight than there is Plague Knight. And Plague Knight has cool abilities, and it would have been better if he'd gotten the full service. But yeah, that's pretty much like the most of what I played. I played more Mario Kart. Like I was going to possibly buy Fire Emblem Echoes while I was in San Francisco, but like I had no time. I still do want to play that game pretty bad. And I got a copy of Akiba's Beat in San Francisco for miscellaneous reasons. I don't know where I put it. But I was given a copy of it, so I couldn't refuse. So maybe I'll play that at some point. It's still in the plastic wrap.
Let's play.
Yeah, we'll do a let's play of Akiba's Beat. Apparently that game is, according to Metacritic, that game is either very good or very bad. So I don't think there's much room in the middle. But we'll see.
It looks right up your alley.
George Cruz in our live chat. Remember, you can watch the podcast. You can watch the podcast live every Saturday night, 7:30 p.m. Eastern time. We did start a little late this week, but George Cruz said I should play Nier Automata, which I should. I should go through and get endings B and C of the original Nier, just to kind of tie a little turtle dove knot on that. But Tony, what you been up to? What you been playing?
So Nato and I played some Mario Kart.
Yeah, we did.
Skip BDO because I'm gonna go there. We're gonna do it.
Okay. And that's it. That's all I played because Scott just took the only thing that I played this week.
What's BDO? Is that? Do you mean?
Well, you're gonna get to that, but first we gotta talk about some Zelda.
Okay.
Oh, Zelda update.
Because I went ahead and before I moved out, I held up the actual moving process mid-process to beat the game.
Yes.
Okay. Did you beat it?
Yeah, I ended up beating it. I found that last shrine.
Okay.
Got all the hearts, and picked up the Master Sword. And from there, I went straight to Ganon's Castle.
Beelined it.
Cool. Ganon's Castle is a very good dungeon, I think.
Yeah,
Really?
is that how all the maps for the dungeon works?
Yes.
It's just so
Okay, 'cause, like, what they do is-
because you can skip it. Like
I liked taking my time. I spent like 4.5 hours in there.
Oh, like I found I saw a cliff that I could climbed the whole cliff, and then like found a passage, and I was straight at the.
Oh, you're done? Did you ever go back there?
No, I have to go back there. I
Dude,
know.
like there is so much like stuff to read
I
in that
know.
castle. Yeah.
I know.
Did you-
Yeah, no, I
I've been
skipped
told
it
since.
too. I was
Yeah.
like,
Okay.
I gotta go. It looks like this is where I gotta go. So
Some of
how
my
do I
favorite
get there?
some of my favorite stuff and design and stuff is actually
See, I feel me and Scott did play the game pretty similar.
yeah.
Like very similar. I just had
Did you
more
do any
time
of the
with it.
dungeons?
You did all the dungeons, all right?
Yeah, I did all the dungeons.
I didn't do any of them.
Yeah.
When I saw a dungeon in a dungeon area, I was like, I don't know how much this is going to take me inside that dungeon.
And
So I'm just gonna leave
they
right
can
now.
if you do them real quick, you can do them in about half an hour each dungeon.
Yeah.
Pretty easy.
Yeah,
Um,
but like the entire goal was to not do any.
Yeah. So you went and you did the thing. So how did that work out for you?
Yeah, how was the fun of
Okay,
fight?
so
Do we want to
I was
spoil
up
it?
there. I was up there, and I was like, you know what? Hey, Guardians, they're not all that hard to kill.
The answer is no.
And
Okay, we're not going to tell them the specifics of the game and fight if you have not beat the dungeons. We're laying out that
I am going to spoil some of the dungeon.
some of the Ganon's Castle dungeon or Hyrule
Yeah.
Castle dungeon. Okay.
Okay, and so I go up. I'm getting attacked by Guardians. They're not a big deal anymore.
Yeah. Okay.
Mm.
Once you get that
That's
Master Sword,
You know, once you get the Master Sword, it's
fuck them up, fam.
I wish I had the Master Sword before I fought any of them. That would be nice.
Yeah, it's a rad sword.
So I'm going up, and I land in a castle bit, and then there's a Savage Lionel in there. You've been to that place, right?
Yeah.
So it's they almost pulled a complete dick move there
Okay.
because they have the castle there. You get into the center, and then the Lionel drops. If they dropped him in the center, you'd have had to have, I want to say, 30 hearts with the best armor or something like that to survive his explosion.
Yeah.
Because his explosion, if you stick him in the center, covers the entirety of the room and you can't get out.
Yeah.
Well, if you have the best armor, you'll be all right.
Yeah, but like that explosion one-shotted me no matter what I did.
Nice.
Jesus.
Good.
Hot take. Hardest.
So
bosses in
I
the
died
game.
around
I like
3
it.
times to the
It's not that
explosion because
It's not
like
that hot.
after the first one, because I already had popped a 3 times defense, and I had I want to say 20 effective hearts,
Okay.
and I with level 3 soldier armor,
Okay.
so the one that's just straight up stacked defense. Immediately died.
Okay. So
I was like, what the hell?
not going well for you.
And I was like, how much? Like, is there anything else I can do? So I went ahead and I picked up a bunch more, and it's still one shot me. I don't remember how much. It was just the max I had, and I was like, damn.
Okay.
So after that, I
so-
started to take the fight seriously.
all right. That's
Eating
what
in
turned you
such-
over the edge.
Being in such a confined space to try and fight one of those things
Mhm.
made that fight a lot harder than it had to be.
Yeah. That's part of like the challenge of that area too.
And then I don't know if those are connected, but it feels like from there I immediately went into the main castle.
yeah.
Where you actually fight every spirit that you missed, which was all of them.
Yeah.
Which the lightning one's ridiculous, and I'm pretty sure I figured out his mechanic.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm sorry. I don't think I figured out his mechanic. What was it?
No, the lightning guy's just a dick.
no, it's different. I think in the dungeon itself, but I don't want to get into specifics.
He is just a dick, though.
Yeah, 'cause
He
all
he
the-
he
I
has a
figured
move
out-
that I'm just like, you're a real son of a bitch.
but
We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it when we're doing the E3 thing.
yeah, we can talk about it in person. But
Well,
you
yeah.
got through all of it, and then you finished the.
I got through all of it. I went down to the dungeon and I fought him, and I was like, "Hey, I think I know. I think I know what happens when you do all of these.
Mhm.
And if I'm right, that would really suck."
Again, I don't think it's as big a change as you feel it is. Have you looked up what it is?
Because Tony told me it was a two-phase fight, and that's false.
Well,
I didn't say shit.
You said it was a two-phase fight.
I remember Tony saying a two-phase fight. It kind of is a two-phase
Yeah,
fight.
it is.
It
It's
is.
No,
It
it's
is
three.
definitely a two-phase fight.
No.
Well, what's the? Well,
No.
Yeah, this
he
is
said-
really
he said
hard
there's-
without
there
doing
was one where
spoilers.
you specifically said he has 2 different health bars, so it's a 2-phase fight.
No, I did not say 2 health bars.
oh
you
no,
did.
I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
but
guess
you
technically.
didn't tell me that it's you had to fight him this one. You didn't tell me.
Let's we don't have to jump. I don't like jumping around it, but the whole thing with the arrows at the end. Yeah, no, I know what you're talking about.
That's what you were referring to.
Yes.
What I was
That's how you worded it. And
because I was thinking about the whole dodge.
that makes
Yeah,
that
the
makes
dodge.
it a 3-phase fight.
Okay, that's fair. That's a fair assessment.
And how I took what you said, well, along with the 2 health bars things, it really 100% sounded like the first phase was health bar 1, second phase health bar 2.
Yeah, no, yeah.
That's what I was going into it thinking.
Okay.
Then I was like, oh, wait a second. If they cut phase 2 out of this thing, then my God, have they messed up most of the fight.
Yeah, no.
But they didn't.
They did.
At the same time, it still really messes up the fight a lot.
I mean, I don't know. Like, it's just
I went in and I went in kind of under geared. I had to use a lot of recovery items, but
I did too,
other than that, I broke the master sword. I broke the master sword halfway in,
nice.
and that was barely doing any damage as it was,
Mm-hmm.
and because I didn't have any damage boosters on.
Okay.
As well as everything else I had did a good deal amount of damage less than it.
Mm-hmm. But you got through it.
Even then, I saw all the mechanics almost once, besides a few key ones.
Yeah.
Which is where I think they really gimp you.
I don't know. Like,
In the fight, because there's only one that's super important to the fight, and a bunch of the other ones are all extras. They're extra things to deal with.
mm-hmm.
But with the reduced health bar, you would realistically only see, I want to say, 1 or 2 extra ones. With one of the ones being the fire one,
I saw
and
a
the
lot.
other ones
So
being the cannon.
yeah, I don't know. I felt like I saw every
Depending on
mechanic
how
of
quickly you finish it and figure it out.
it. So, but you did it. You beat it. You finished it.
And no, I would disagree that it would be a disappointing fight.
No, I don't think it would be a disappointing fight. I wasn't on that side of the debate. I didn't think it was disappointing.
Because
I wasn't disappointed.
it's not that
I was
it's not that the fight's easy either.
You've just leveled up by that stage and versed every other
No.
boss and stuff like that.
What are you trying to
No,
say, Scott?
he doesn't hit hard. It's just that he doesn't hit hard enough for how hard it is to matter all that much. Because all you do is you go into your inventory. It's the last fight of the fucking game. What do you care if you eat everything in your inventory?
That's true.
I ate a lot of mushrooms during that fight. I'll tell you that much.
The iron
Like
mushrooms
what
are
is your limit on food in your inventory? If
3
you
full
couldn't-
pages.
No, I think it's even more.
If
cooked
you
stuff, it's
could,
not
Oh,
full
cook
page.
stuff. Okay.
if you couldn't do that, if you could eat one thing throughout the course of that fight, that'd be a really hard fight.
Yeah.
Because literally all I mixed was I went to the ice area and got the best meat and mixed that with the iron shell
Got some
mushrooms.
Good, got some good meat.
Yeah, I got that good meat up in here.
Because Will was watching me do it, and he was like, "You looked like you should have been able to avoid that no problem for a lot of his stuff." But I was barely scathing, and I was still taking 2 hearts of damage
Yeah.
after I had narrowly avoided it.
Yeah. So, are you saying you weren't disappointed, or
No,
okay?
yeah, it's kind of sorta.
Okay.
It's
Somewhere in the middle.
the way that it's set up is there's no rotation; it's random.
Yeah.
And then after a while, he stops doing the extra ones and only does a few of the important ones.
Okay.
When you chunk his health bar so low, you still have the 2 phases, which if they just kept the second one in, that'd be fine.
Yeah.
Because the first one's like whatever.
Yeah.
The first one is kind of a letdown, but second phase makes it worth it.
Okay. As long as it made it worth it for you. I like that part of that fight too.
So game of the year, Scott?
It's up there, yeah.
Oh my god.
I'm glad that you
Like,
like
like
it.
here's the entire thing about that game. The only thing that rubs me the wrong way,
Is it people are calling it the best Zelda game and you don't think it is?
they're calling it the definitive Zelda game, when other games
Have done story
have
better.
done better where this game is lacking, and
Okay.
they've beat it by miles where this game is lacking.
Yeah, I mean, I know how you guys are with the story. I'm not there. I'm in a different place.
No, I've loved the photographs,
Yeah.
but I wish
Right,
there was more
and
in the game.
And it's not just that; it's enjoying it. Do you enjoy this Zelda story the most?
Yeah,
Do you?
I'm trying to think.
Do you?
It's like midway through Ocarina, like when the transition between child to human happens. Like there's no that big huge story moment in Breath of the Wild.
I'll say like it's probably not my favorite Zelda story, no, but I think I really do love how it is presented.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's such a weird thing to like complain about because I really loved it as well. Going to find like each one of those memories felt more impacted because I went out to find that.
But like I think the story is very appropriate to the format of the game.
Yeah.
So like they mesh so well. Like the subject matter and the way the story is like combines with the world and the mechanics and the design philosophy of the game so well that like while it's not my favorite like through line narrative and they're not my favorite characters, there's a lot that I do love about it. And I would probably put it like as far as story in my top 3 Zelda stories. So but like it's epic and grandiose in a very different way. So that's where I'm at with it. But I see what you're saying though, Scott. I respect that. Like Majora's like got like such intimacy to it that like it's hard to top that.
And it's the gameplay itself is Ocarina, but better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you play the weird part about saying that is you only really notice like those differences when you play it back to back.
Yeah.
Because like originally when I went and did it, I didn't notice, and then I played. Then I went.
Ocarina Majora.
Yeah, when I was doing the Majora one a while back, and I was like, oh, this feels a lot better.
Yeah, no, I'm with you on that.
And then it has a really good, compelling story. You have to work for that one too.
Yeah,
but it's worth it every step of the way. Whereas it's not fair for me to say it for the other game, but I don't like it that much.
Okay. I mean, that's like I think that's totally fair too. But I'm glad
everything else about the game is really good.
Yeah, I'm glad that you like the game overall. I'll say that much.
Oh yeah. I wouldn't finish it. I'd tell you, hey, game shit.
Jesus.
fair enough.
Then I wouldn't play it.
Yeah, you are a man of your word. So that's true. What else? What's this other thing you've been playing, Scott?
Black Desert Online.
What is this fucking game?
Yes. It's the best customizable character game.
Oh, is this the thing with like those super detailed character customization?
Yeah,
Okay.
yes.
Fuck yeah. That's where you.
Okay. What's going on with Black Desert Online, Tony?
Well, it's an MMORPG that's not like any other MMORPG that's been popular.
Because you don't play it, you just make characters in it?
I mean, yeah.
That's one way to play the game. That's one valid way to play the game.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a sandbox MMORPG rather than like a story-driven MMORPG. You can kind of just do whatever you want in it and still make meaningful progress. The cool it released like a year ago through their own website, but they put it out on Steam in the past 2 weeks. So I found it there because one of our friends who we play games with all the time, their friends were playing, so he asked me to play, and I was like, fine. So,
and then I refused to play. And then Tony bought it for me, and I almost declined it. But then Steam was like, no, you can't do it.
I'll spend $10 so Scott plays a video game with me. So yeah, we've been playing it, and it's pretty good. It's pretty good.
Is it like an action RPG?
Yeah. So like your mouse is by default like moving the camera. not instead of selecting something on the UI.
It's really actiony.
Okay.
Like, wow. Like I wasn't
Right.
ready. Like
So,
I picked
you saw
a
Terra,
wizard.
right?
Yeah, I played Terra.
And then I scared the shit out of you by demoing the warrior.
Yeah.
So like I'm kind of ruined. So I think the game isn't as complex as Terra in terms of the combat, but I think that's to its benefit.
Okay.
A big problem that Terra had is that if you turned off and you tried to not pay attention to what you were doing, you're just fucking dead. You were getting killed by anything in that world.
Okay.
In this game, it's a bit different. It's a little bit easier to play as a break from the warrior, the absolute hardest class in the game to play in Terra, to a warrior in this game, which of course,
It's just dumb fun.
it's an easier game to mindlessly play, which was a huge problem in Terra. If you tried to mindlessly play Terra, you were dying, and that was it.
True.
There was no fun to be had if you checked out at any point in time.
Terra hates fun. Confirmed by Scott Cuthier.
Yep.
No, you have to try and play it,
I know. I'm kidding.
and
Yeah,
that's
slack off.
So
that's a huge problem in hopping into an MMO. If you go too far into that.
I want to talk about your custom characters. I want to know what NATO looked like in Black Desert Online.
You can tell already. Like if you see any of my avatars in any fucking game, you can guarantee what my character.
Well, here's the
Is there
thing.
images of this?
like-
Male,
Okay.
white
like the
hair,
face.
mohawk, or a hipster haircut.
Got it.
But here's the
Always.
thing: the face kind of looked like NATO.
It did.
All right.
Yeah.
Is there a picture of this?
Yeah. Tony put it up in the Discord. I'm pretty sure.
So
Oh, I'll
yeah,
never see
I
it,
can
right.
paste it over.
Okay.
Yeah,
Mario.
its name is Drongo Nate.
Yeah, because I knew I wasn't keeping a
What?
character, so I was just like, I'm putting a fucking excellent character.
All right. Yeah. Paste it.
Tony, you got it?
I can get it.
Yeah. I don't
What
have Discord open.
about Tony's character?
I even made a backstory. It's beautiful.
Which one?
Yeah, which one? He has like 8.
What's your primary? Your main?
It's a man.
Okay.
No,
Cool
you
looking
can do
man.
one of your hot ones. Describe one of your hot ones, because
Yeah,
damn,
I'll just-
like, I know I love my weeboo stuff and all that, but this was
Alright,
really
hold on.
realistic looking.
Okay.
Hold on.
I just want. Apparently, Tony's playing Black Desert Online right now. I just want to.
I am.
Kind of. That's we haven't gotten
No,
there yet.
so
You-
it's,
you
we'll get there.
explicitly
I'm not
called
actually
off.
playing the game right now.
Okay. I'm just trying to make Tony.
Are you walking from one side of the map?
I'm
Every
current-
time I would come into the thing, there would be
But
Tony
right
there
now
sitting
I'm
there on his phone.
uploading
And I'm like,
screenshots
what are
to
you
images.
doing? And he's like, oh, I'm just crossing the map. And I look at the map, and it's literally his guy on his horse, like traveling from one side of the map to the other.
Why are we? do you-
Every single time I went into the office.
We'll get into it, but right now you asked the question about character customization.
It's true. It's very important that I know what your characters look like. So should I make a character in Black Desert Online?
Yeah, just make a
you'd
character.
love this game, and you'd
Okay.
just make characters, and then you'd be
'Cause,
like,
like,
you know what? How
Yeah,
well I
you
made
can
this
grab
character look
pieces of the
is going to be
face
reflected
and, like,
about
pull this
upon how
bit
many
and then this
downloads
bit
it
and
gets.
then- oh my god!
Yeah, no, I've seen the character customization
Oh.
stuff, and it's impressive.
Actually, even when a
But you don't
Griffin's,
understand.
if you can get a
All right.
picture of Griffin's
I
hotel
can't.
that he made,
Okay.
holy moly!
All right, here you go. This is an Imager album with 3 images in it. The first one is my current character. The second one is a character that I made, and the third one is Nate's character.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm excited about this. I learned my lesson. I'm gonna
This
open
is good
this.
audio podcasting.
Yeah, well,
material
this is
right
for
now.
me. So tell me about your guys' experiences in Black Desert Online.
Okay.
I'm looking at these characters and yeah, okay.
Yeah. Go on.
See what I mean about how Nate kind of looks like Nate.
Is Nate the top one?
No, bottom one.
No, that's my character.
That's my wizard Nate.
I guess.
Yeah.
It's hard to tell.
Second character is just a character that I made.
Yeah.
Third character is Strongo Nate.
See how he's got the blood on his face? When
Yeah,
he
yeah.
first discovered his magic,
Yeah.
he accidentally killed his friend and got covered in his friend's blood. So he actually tattooed the blood spatter on his face, so he never forgets. You never
Like
fuck around with
immediately?
magic.
Like
Yeah.
immediately?
Like immediately.
That's fucked up, man.
Oh,
Like his friend's just like bleeding out, and he's like, "You could save me." I'm like, "No,
No, I gotta go to this
I need
tattoo
to
pilot."
tattoo this on my face so I never forget."
And is this middle one the girl? Is that
Yes.
Griffin's? Okay.
No, that's not Griffin's. That's one of Tony's.
No, that's just one of my characters.
Okay.
Look at that character. God.
I got it. Okay, so what did you guys do? in the game.
Okay.
Oh,
Did you play the game?
I played a little bit.
Explain. Let's explain what Tony's doing in Black Desert Online.
Yeah, why the fuck are you walking or
I'm
horseback
not
riding?
right now fishing, but I have done that. So okay. So the way that Black Desert Online works, there are a bunch of stats that your character has. Like you can have all professions in the game at the same time.
Okay.
You also have 3 fitness rankings. These are all separate from your enhancements, which come from your armor, which contribute to your attack points and defense points. Then you also have a level. On top of that, you also have you gain skill points separately to gain your skills, and you also gain energy and contribution points to do other things.
Okay.
So there are all these systems working at the same time. Basically, you get to choose at any point which one you want to work on.
Okay. So you were like, I'm going to work on my horse riding skills.
So that's called training. Yeah, it's one of the professions. You level up your horse independently of you.
Yeah.
But so basically the way that it works, you can play it normally, like just do quests, kill monsters, level up. You trying to get to somewhere around level 56. It's the soft cap, basically like the amount of experience it takes to get from 1 to 56. Multiply that by 2.5 times, that's 56 to 57. Then take the total combined experience, multiply that by 2, and that's 57 to 58, et cetera, et cetera. So it's a shit ton of experience to get past 56.
Okay. So you're just min-maxing this game again.
Yeah.
No, but that's
all
a way
they
that
do.
you can play.
That's all you do.
Puzzle and Dragons, min-max. Black
Yes,
Desert
well-
Online, min-max.
All right.
I mean, like, listen,
that's
I'm not
like-
judging. If it brings you happiness, fucking
But I
go
mean, like,
for
you-
it. It just doesn't
you
make
came to
any
this
sense.
general consensus, and like at this point in time, we don't even know enough to try.
Well,
So you're just wrong.
I listen,
Like,
man.
I'm
Tony
full stop. You're just wrong.
Tony is auto walking across the map to build up some number. What are you saying that I'm wrong right now, Scott?
So
How
the reason why you do
that is just how you play.
that's
Yeah,
still
that's how you play
min-maxing.
That's how you
No,
play
it's
when you're
not.
not at your computer. That's like, there's just a bunch of shit you can do. Like you can AFK fish, you can do a bunch of stuff like that.
I'm about to AFK fish this fucking podcast.
So Tony,
So,
quick
it's
question.
Uh-huh.
Like in this mythical world where we end up playing D&D, are you
Yeah.
going to try and min-max a character that you play?
Yeah, he does every
In
time.
D&D, you're supposed to.
No, you are not. You are fucking not. It is a role-playing game, not a min-max game.
No, dude, I played D&D with Tony plenty of times. It is a min-max game.
Oh, I can't
Well,
wait
like,
because I will min-max the shit out of you as a DM. It's gonna be excellent.
You're correct in saying it's a role playing game.
Yeah.
But 9 times out of 10, the GM will have to change. If you create a shitty character, the GM will have to change their story if they want you to have fun.
Not if they're a good GM.
No, it's all about story.
It's all about story, man.
Yeah.
I'm
You
with
see,
you,
but
buddy.
that's the thing. A good
I would like a character
a good,
that was actually
a good
flawed.
GM has to change their story, knowingly that
Yeah, that's-
that you have that character in there.
No,
I like no.
I'll change it if there's a character too powerful.
'Cause,
But
like-
I will never change it if there's a character too weak.
Yeah, I mean, like the thing is like it depends on like what game you're playing. Also, like if you're playing like 4th edition, which
Fourth
is like
edition
so
is
combat
min-max,
heavy. Yeah. Like I get it, but like 5th edition, it's like you're just talking through combat anyway. So
Yeah.
why would you want to min max? Sorry, I look forward to you having to deal with that.
I'm so
think
excited.
is 4th edition the only one I tried.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, that is the
Yeah.
min-max
Okay. So
edition.
then that's why I think that.
Yeah, it's super combat
Because that's
centric.
the only one I played.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll give you that. Yeah, 4th edition. That's why I don't like 4. I stopped at 4 and came back when 5th came out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
I've learned to
so
appreciate
That's
the
the
other
only
ones.
D&D I ever knew. That.
Okay. I mean, like
That's
fourth
But,
is like all about its combat. So
But
it makes sense.
the reason why we say it is it's not min-maxing is because they put the system in place that says, all right, this takes an extremely long time to do. They tell you how to. They don't explicitly tell you how to level it, but they put the systems in front of your face.
It is an
on
MMO. Like
how
we give
to-
shit, but like you have to min-max an MMO to do endgame content. It's pretty hard to not min-max.
Gotta get all
Right.
those max out all your skill trees. I know how video games work.
So basically, they say, all right, you want to level this thing up. Here's a way to do it without actually touching your keyboard or mouse.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's all he's doing right now.
Okay.
Yep.
I just that doesn't sound like a thing I would want to put any time into. I'm gonna just.
It was good though. He got to spend more time with me because he was doing those things.
Okay.
It's akin to an incremental experience.
Oh, like Cookie Clicker. Now we're talking. All right.
Yeah,
Yes.
actually, on that note, can we talk that somebody discovered a Cookie Clicker technical spinner app, and then Tony discovered it while I was at the house. Like
It
completely.
was the dumbest thing I've ever seen.
Separate things.
What?
A spinner.
Oh.
There's an app
There's a
on
spinner-
iOS
yeah,
that's
a digital
just
spinner
fucking
app.
Fidget spinner.
Yeah.
And it's literally a clicker app.
Yeah,
like,
no,
you
we-
spin,
Like
you
you try and
get
get as many
points.
spins as you can, and then you upgrade your spinner.
We discovered that before you
It's
had
dumb.
you had
It's
left
so
San
dumb.
Francisco.
Yeah, no. I had Andrew had discovered it the first day we were there.
Yeah, Roger and Danny discovered it alone at Barrett's that night as well. So sorry,
man.
I got I have videos on my phone of making Greg Miller and his wife use a fidget spinner,
That was the best thing.
and
ever.
it's fucking real good.
It's really good.
So
Yo, how do I get one of those tours though?
you want to take a spin on the wild side? Fuck you. Stop DMing me about it. Is there a story for Black Desert Online?
Let me.
Yes and no.
I'm not done explaining why the min max thing is kind of incorrect.
Okay.
Because it's everything you do. There's a trade off for doing, and there's no way to consider yourself winning. There's no action at any point in time to be considered the best course of action.
So
The
is
game's set up so that like min-maxing can't exactly be a thing in terms of that.
would you
in terms
say
of
you're
what
just
you're-
grinding then?
So it's grindy, and which comes into the part where I guess we don't have to exactly.
I'm always up
You know,
for a little grinding.
the story-
You know what I'm talking
but
about?
it's,
Yeah.
I want to know what's so exciting. Well, you seem anytime you have a story, Scott, you seem excited.
yeah, because one of the people we played with, they played it, they liked it for a while. They then saw the aspect of it doesn't matter exactly what you do for end game content. You'll still be at end game. You could still have if you are a fisher and all you do is fish, you could still have basically the best shit.
So it's literally
Versus
Second
someone
Life.
who goes out and fights shit versus someone who goes out and farms versus someone who goes out and makes potions.
Starting to sound like Second Life.
Starting to sound like some hot shit.
So, and basically, and he thinks it's too grindy, and there's not really a point to anything he does.
I mean,
to
like,
that aspect, it's like kind of, sorta.
okay.
It's a lot in my opinion. It's a lot like an Elder Scrolls game. It's like the Elder Scrolls MMO that you wanted.
Hey, there's nothing wrong
Because-
with Elder Scrolls Online.
Oh, all right. We got an Elder Scrolls Online defender here. We're gonna hear a
How
lot
much-
about it tomorrow
how
night.
much Elder Scrolls Online? Like,
Can
let's
you just
just
give me a
say-
hype girl there, like there was last time?
Oh, the hype girl.
Yeah.
If she loves anything, she loves Elder
it's-
Scrolls.
She
Quite a
Online.
loves a
bit
bit of
different.
elves.
What I mean is, it's quite a bit different, isn't it?
Yeah. No, I see what you're saying.
Fundamentally, it's quite a bit different. It's this game has a very much so. It feels like it's a Bethesda style world where it's lived in. And even though you can't change anything like you can a Bethesda style world, there's still that lived in aspect to it.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's like if a Korean
Open,
company
there's
made
contained
Elder Scrolls.
stories.
Yeah.
And like, here's another thing that to the game that we haven't exactly gotten into yet. You can get to know different NPCs
Can
in
you
the
like?
game.
Can
Like,
you,
no, you talk to them, you have conversations, then some of their dialogue changes based on a small mini game. I think the mini game's a bit dumb.
Can you fuck
but,
them?
I was about to say, there's one.
God damn it, Scott!
There's only one
That's
conversation I
BioWare.
want.
That's BioWare and EA.
I wanna
Oh my god, I
I
can't
want to
wait.
fuck
Fucking-
all these anime NPCs.
We're talking-
We're gonna fucking teraflops later on. I know it's.
I want to
We're,
fuck.
we're talking we're talking more Oblivion, Morrowind here.
I just want to fuck them,
You
Scott.
can fuck in those games. I'm pretty sure.
Keep fucking that chicken.
You can't. You can mod the game so you can.
That's right.
But in the base game, you can't.
I fucked Lydia. I don't know what you're talking about. All right.
So it's with when all said and done, the game, even though it's an MMO, it, in my opinion,
holds up as a single player experience.
I kind of want to play this game now.
Dude, just to build a character.
I want to build a character and then I want to dick around.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the fun part.
Yeah, that's all I did. Like,
Does it have controller support?
No, there's too many things going on to do it on a controller.
Yeah, no. It works.
Don't
It's
listen-
built to
don't
it's
listen
built
to
to
him.
work around a controller.
Dude, I don't care about fucking mouse, keyboard.
No,
shit.
it's better on the mouse and keyboard.
I don't-
And then that's coming from a console purist.
Because here's the thing: if I had a controller, I would want to play this on a controller.
Listen, man, I know plenty
like,
of games are better on a
you're-
mouse and keyboard.
And
That's
you're
never
talking
stopped
to
me
you're
before.
talking to the same person, maybe.
Yeah, it's a game that would be super good to like grind on with a controller.
I just
like,
want to
hang out,
I just
watch
want to
some
grind
Netflix.
up against some ass.
Yeah.
No, you could get those combos to work properly on a controller. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'll
sure.
admit.
It has controller support built in. So.
Okay.
Good.
Damn, I wish I had my Elite controller. I would have tried it out.
All right.
With the tabs. Oh, with tabs. Everybody loves
Shame
the
my
tabs.
Like,
tabs.
cause like
Well, fuck them.
We shouldn't be in the same room.
No, we should. We should always be in the same room, man.
Jesus.
What were you saying, Scott?
I don't know if they did it intentionally,
Yeah.
but it's like it doesn't matter what you do, essentially, unless you are trying to. Like, here's the thing: if you're trying to level up by doing fetch quests, then yes, you're kind of doing the wrong thing. If you're trying to get combat experience by doing fetch quests, yes, you're doing the wrong thing because the only way to get combat experience is to fight shit.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
that's
by
the only
doing
way you
quests,
can do
get a
it.
different type of experience.
Okay.
It's like if you're trying to catch a fish by gathering herbs, yeah, you're doing the wrong thing. But like that's the only time you can really be considered doing something wrong in this game, and it's nice to have an MMO like that.
I think it sounds rad. So
Yeah, it's cool.
I'll make a character. I'll make the animeist character you've
you
ever
go.
seen.
It's
so
cheap as
excited.
fuck. It's like $10 on Steam.
All right. Is that it? Is that all video games? Nate, have you been playing anything?
I want to talk about the game that everybody likes to hear and talk about.
Oh.
For Honor.
Oh my god.
No, but in all seriousness, I did actually play a lot of For Honor before coming to San Fran because they just brought out.
Because somebody has to.
Well, somebody has to. Somebody like everyone's like, why does nobody talk about it? And it's like, well, I'm talking about it, so I'm flying that flag.
Also, I have an update as to why no one's talking about it.
Why?
Yeah. Because nobody's playing it.
I have an update as to why nobody's playing it.
Okay.
Hit me with that hot take.
Ubisoft went ahead and they did everyone dirty with the microtransactions, essentially.
Not really.
Is this true?
And it's microtransactions. It's on the top of being peer to peer. So there's no server.
Yeah, the peer to peer is
they sold it
is
as
a big
full
issue.
$60 game.
Like, because
They
I was
did
trying to stream it,
microtransactions.
and yeah, I was having a few trouble. Like when I first started, I was having some trouble with the peer to peer.
Did they do you dirty, buddy?
I think did a little bit of dirty.
Okay.
Because I was trying
They-
to stream it, and like the first half of my stream, I had a lot of viewers, and they all dropped off because I kept getting cut from matches. And then when everyone dropped out, all of a sudden the matches started work. But I jumped back in because they've got because this is their second season, so they're dropping I think 4 new characters. They've dropped the first 2 is a shinobi. He's like a really good close range fighter and also a long range because he's got like a shuriken on a chain that he can like throw and bring people in, and a centurion which is just like combo master, so you can just get a chain going and damn does it go to town.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm looking at a picture of this shinobi.
the shinobi's really cool.
For
So-
Honor.
That with I want to say a couple of performance issues. They people who played the game said, all right, you know what? If you're not going to fix this,
Yeah,
we're not going to play.
but I've
they
jumped
went
back
ahead
on
and they created an event.
PS4 is like because I keep hearing on the PC people are having trouble finding matches, but on PS4 I'm finding matches.
Would you say there's a passionate For Honor community
They're actually
on
really
PlayStation 4?
I think it's similar
There-
to
there
the
is.
Rainbow Six.
There
Okay.
is-
Yeah, Rainbow Six.
like,
It's just like
the
you
recent
never
people
hear
stop-
people talk about Rainbow Six, but then you get in there and then there's a huge community.
What's it
in
like,
there.
Scott, when somebody talks over you all the time? I just want to know, since you do that to the rest of us constantly. I just really want to hear your perspective on that, Scott. I just want to know. I just want to know your take.
It's nice when it's relevant.
It's nice
It's nice when it's a tangent.
Damn.
And you know,
Listen, Nate
at
is
least what I do is relevant.
NATO is sharing his For Honor experience. I listen, man. I couldn't give less of a fuck about that video game. It is
I wish I
impossible.
bought it. I wish I bought it here.
But
I
I'm
might
glad
even
that you
buy
like
it
it.
tomorrow if it's on special, just so you can have one game.
No. You want me to play with you all the time and be like, no, Nate, I'm never playing this game.
No,
Let's
you
play
probably-
Mario Kart.
You won't. It is like it's the game that like the people that like when you ask somebody about their favorite a favorite genre that they're not good at, and then usually it's fighting. Everyone goes, I love fighters, but I'm fucking terrible at them.
Yeah.
For Honor is the game for those people. Like it is a fighting game hidden in like a Dynasty Warriors type game because.
Okay.
When you break it down, especially when you go into the mode on one-on-ones, it's a 3D perfect fighting game. It has combos, hitboxes, timing, and stuff like that, because you can break combos at perfect times. And yeah, I'm fucking terrible at fighters, but I've got above average at For Honor, and I really enjoy it, because like it's all those years that I've been terrible at like Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat and Injustice. It's the first time I felt like I'm actually can hold my own in a fighting game and stuff like that. So that's why I really enjoy this game.
Good.
Also because I fucking love medieval combat and stuff
Yeah.
like that. So.
No, I get that. Like,
Yeah.
I played it. And I like how it
Yeah.
plays. It's just like it came to me as something that I would have to invest in, and it's just not something I wanted.
No, it
I
is.
wanted to invest
It is.
in.
It's also a game that's really. It's only once you play it that you're like, because when you look at it, it looks like a Dynasty Warriors. Like you've got to. There's the minions, like nearly like an MOBA. Like you've got to take the zones, you've got to kill the minions, and then once in a while you run into another playable character and you'll fight. And
It
stuff.
kind of reminds me of that other League of Legends mode, like with Dominion or whatever. No
one plays that.
No.
Yeah, no one plays that.
That game mode died in like 2 months.
But like, it reminds me of like stylistically of that, because you are taking zones and you're also fighting other champions, and they're clear like engaging with that is different, and when you engage as a team, it's different as well.
Yeah, so that's why usually when I get people to play, I sit them in duels, like for a little bit, because that's where the game shines the most. Like Dominions is like like when you go into an FPS and you do like big team battle. Like it's fun, but it's not. You're not really contributing unless you're a fucking ace player in those games. Like it's like a Battlefield. Like you go into a Battlefield big map, you're not really contributing dramatically. It's like everybody's part thing. But like if you go into a COD where it's like 3-on-3 or 2-on-2 and stuff like that, everything you do matters. So that's like duels is like you have to sit in front of a person and you have to wait perfectly for them to either go left, right, or up and block or attack.
It's
Get combos
tense.
going.
Would you say?
Man, I've had sweaty hands after about 2 or 3 duels when I sit in duels. For
We're gonna duel something later, and we're gonna have sweaty hands. I'll tell you what.
We're gonna cross streams.
Okay.
So yeah, For Honor. If you've got it, come back in and just try out the new characters. They're
Come back and
really
play
fun.
with me. Come play with me.
Playing with me.
I mean, I have a code to get a free copy on PC. But
Yeah, that's what Griffin said as well. But I've got it on
Yeah.
PS4.
Yeah, because when we bought our video cards, it came with For Honor for free. I just never claimed it.
You should give it a try. Just put it on one of your PCs and give it a try. Sit in duels mode.
I mean,
for a
I
while.
played the beta on PS4.
Yeah, don't fuck everybody that says the beta. It wasn't
Oh, the
real.
beta.
It wasn't real.
No, I played the beta. I didn't enjoy I didn't really enjoy the beta that much.
Okay.
Yeah.
I did. So I don't know what you're trying to tell me here. You're sending me mixed signals. Nate.
You see, what he's telling you is that you'd get so addicted to For Honor, you'd have a very
Nah.
big problem.
I don't think you would.
Yeah.
Because technically,
It's not like League of Legends all over again.
no, like the stuff that you'll get makes your character the tiniest bit better, but
Kind of like Injustice. Like
yeah,
that kinda-
it's really like that is a really good way of explaining the new style that Injustice 2 has. Where
the
you
loot
get-
system. Yeah.
Yeah, the loot system on there. That's where people whinged about that because you would get like 2-3 credits and like it costs 400 to buy a box,
Yeah.
which would give you random stuff. But they've gone down the routes similar to World of Warcraft, where you can use in-game loot to buy DLC and the next season pass and stuff like that. But it's super expensive.
Okay.
Yeah. So if you-
Street
so-
Fighter 5 does the same thing.
Yeah. So if you sat in there for a day or two, like you could get enough credits to do something legit with.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So that's For Honor tech.
There you go. We talked about For Honor in this podcast, Nate. You can't be angry at us anymore.
I'm still gonna fly the flag. It's not gonna stop me.
All right. I
There's
think
still 2 more characters coming this season. So
is that it for video games?
yeah.
I think that's it for video.
I mean,
games.
hey, it shouldn't be that hard of a battle to get people to try and play. Game's great, but apparently, people don't like the way Ubisoft handled everything else.
That is true.
Yeah.
And also, it has that stigma. Like, people don't want to play it because nobody's playing it. It's like a continuous
Yeah.
cycle.
For Honor does have a
It's
bad.
like
rap.
Titanfall 2, basically.
Yeah, it's Titanfall 2.
It's like The Crew.
No, that
No,
was
it's
a
not.
bad game.
All right, let's take a quick break. When we come back, we're gonna go through the news. We're gonna talk about EA's conference, and then we're going to bet. We'll be right back in just a little bit.
Shoot.
I'm gonna go pee.
Dude, I need a pee after you.
All right. You guys want to do it together? No, I'm
I literally said we'll cross streams.
I don't have the self-confidence.
Why? Well, you think I'm going to judge your penis?
Yeah.
What kind of
I mean,
man
I
do you
would.
think I would? Tony goes, I would. So, Tony, when are we playing For Honor on PC?
Do you have it on PC?
I'll buy it on PC.
I mean, I'll play. I already own it. I just have to go to the GeForce experience, type in a code, It's not a big deal.
I think you'd enjoy it. It's a good.
I
don't
like
think-
the
I don't
beta.
think-
That's
I don't
what I
think-
was saying.
Yeah, I don't think you'll get into it, but I think you'll enjoy playing it when we play it.
I only have room for one Black Desert Online in my life.
Yeah, well, that's true.
But my computer is strong enough that I could probably play For Honor and have Black Desert running in the background.
so
it's not a problem.
so you can have the horse traveling across the field or fishing.
No, a lot of the time when I was doing that, it's just getting from one place to the other.
I know. That's why I was just giving you shit.
Yeah. Like the actual grind fest is when you just run back and forth and have like an object on your keyboard holding down shift.
Yeah. God. Man, now I want to play some For Honor. I'll get you if we play. We'll sit in 2-on-2 duels. 2-on-2 duels are amazing because then they can swing so well. Because like I've had it where like the person I'm with got killed, so that their guy ran at me, but then I do like 1-on-2 because like you get extra points when you actually are fighting 2-on-1. So you can build up like nearly like a rage bar and stuff like that. And then with some characters, you can spec them so they get rage like instantly if they're versing into. And then like rage makes you do double damage and stuff like that. So yeah, actually, that's. I need to go pee. I'll be back. Man, now I do want to play some.
Biggie Smalls of cats.
He's the Biggie Smalls of cats.
Is what I'm saying.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
Super Nintendo Sega Genesis. Famous line that Gus said. It's news time, so I gotta put on my jacket.
Oh, presenter time.
All right. You boys ready?
I mean, I guess.
Oh, Tony, what's wrong? BB.
He misses me.
Yeah.
Do you miss your NATO?
Yeah, dude.
I really miss Tony as well.
Oh. I'm glad you guys got to meet.
Now I wish I got to see Narbishan as well. Like, go stay.
Dude,
with
I
him.
tried. I tried so hard to FaceTime Navashin. It just didn't work.
I know.
Nabishan told me he shut that shit down.
Yeah, he did.
Is Narbishan there? I don't think he's.
You might have gone and get a drink.
I'm here.
Oh,
There he is.
there
Look at
he
this
is.
boy. All right, you guys ready? I guess we're going to have to cut the Danny stuff from Betts, unless you want to call him Nabishan. No, that's
I
probably...
mean, I can be our stand-in Dan Juarez. I live in Vegas.
That's a terrible idea.
You should have got him to
Yeah.
drive. He had enough time to drive all the way to your house, Tony.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Like, he said that he was probably going to come over here, and then what the fuck happened?
His computer died and he got real sad.
Is Griffin there?
No, Griffin's at work.
Oh, goddamn it. All right.
We can have a stand-in.
No,
Griffin, I want you to
Griffin.
bet as if you were Danny.
Danny Juarez.
I mean, I
man,
can do that.
His mum cooked dinner for us last night.
Aw,
It was beautiful.
It was great. It was so good.
Oh,
sounds good.
It was. We had some tacos.
yeah, we did. We had some Mexican tapas.
Topas.
Mm.
Cool. All right, I'm gonna play this Jay Lane. We're gonna talk about news. That did not play through the right thing. Turn this off and put it back on.
Power off.
Power off.
Power off.
Power on.
Power on.
How we doing? How we doing? Bump 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 bump. What's it called? It's really good. MPOW Streambot? That's not right. Oh, that is right. Bear with me for a moment.
Do you remember that Justice League episode of them going back in time? I think it was World War II. Maybe it was World War One. No, never mind. I'm just thinking out loud.
No,
I
I
don't-
don't. I don't.
I don't think I remember that.
No.
Was it like the alternate history one?
It was with that guy who doesn't die. He was like immortal,
Oh, yeah, I know who you're talking about.
and he
Oh,
was like,
that one.
Count
Yeah,
Dooku
his
looking guy.
name's-
Yeah.
yeah. Because I'm just thinking about Wonder Woman. I was like, oh,
Gar. It's still so.
He was the villain of the Guardian Legend of Tomorrow. I don't remember his name.
His name's not.
I didn't see this.
it's a good
Oh,
arc.
did you?
You were looking down when that happened.
Okay.
Is that like the alternate history timeline where they go back in time and then they come back to the present and everything's like it's like
I think I think it just goes to the past and like the immortal guy brought like some technology there for whatever reason.
yes. Oh yeah. I remember now. Yep.
Because I remember Wonder Woman meeting Steve in that continuity of Justice League. So
Yeah.
I don't remember that. I don't remember that specific part of it. Yeah, I have to go back and watch it.
because at the
miss Steve in the comics. I wish he
because at
was
the
more-
I thought there was only one thing of animated Justice League.
There's a lot of, but they're like all two-parter
Can we get
episodes.
Pizza Hut or Domino's? We could. I'm such a victim of advertising.
We could.
God.
Domino's
Yeah,
up
you
until
know,
2 a.m. tonight.
Be more like me.
but at the end of the episode, it was like Wonder Woman meeting the old version of Steve. He's like, I think he called her princess. I can't remember her nickname for her, but like, I should watch that again. I haven't seen that in a long time.
I should watch
I
that
just
too.
love the relationship between her and Batman in the animated series.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's good too.
it's one of my favorite ships.
Yeah.
for sure. I hate the fucking Superman Wonder Woman. one.
Yeah, I don't like that either.
Not the one in Injustice, but the one they're doing in.
Well, the one in Injustice is like anti that. It's like it's kind of kinky.
I
I
gotta
do-
know. I
Yeah.
gotta know how they fucked up Wonder Woman in Injustice 2 because people are talking about that like super hard now. It's like they messed her up.
No, she was like that in #1. Like, if people read the comics, like, I
No.
fucking am sick of the people not reading the comics and whinging about storyline plots. I fucking
Shade, slight.
no, like the people that are like, "Why the fuck is Nightwing not?" I was like, the motherfucker died before #1 came out. The only reason there was a Nightwing in #1 is because he Damian Wayne dressed up as
Yeah,
Nightwing.
yeah.
So he's in there. He's just in the Robin outfit. So shut the fuck up.
Oh, wow. God damn, Nate. All right.
No,
Jesus.
I fucking.
Can we talk about news?
But I just want to. I think this is the problem that people have with her. It's Wonder Woman is much more ruthless than
Yeah.
normal,
Yeah.
Mm.
and like it's like she's the one who eggs Superman to do what he did in Injustice 1.
Yeah.
Really?
Okay.
Yeah.
Right, and that's how that plays out.
But it makes
They
sense.
reveal that.
Like in the season 1 comics, it makes sense her storyline. Like, because she's such an anti. Because you see it in the movie. Like one of her main enemies is Ares. So like her whole thing is like trying to stop war. And like when Superman goes that way originally in #1, where he goes like, I'm doing this because I'm fucking stopping all war and stuff like. Because they fly to like Afghanistan and the two of them, and then just like grab tanks and just like bend them
Chuck
up.
'em.
Yeah, like pretty much nearly similar to the storyline of Gundam O's, like where they just go in and we are the deterrents to war, and then. And then it's like that theory of like once you've done the first kill, the second kill, each kill
that
after
much
that,
easier,
it's
yeah.
that much easier. And it's that slow downfall. It's just in #2 they're already at the downfall, so they seem so much extreme.
Yeah.
But there's a reason they got to this. Like it wasn't just like instant flicker switch they're bad guys. Like that's the whole point of Injustice 1. It was like the fall of a hero to a villain,
Yeah.
which is one of my favorite comic books. I think it's Image does it, where it's irredeemable, where
Right, and like
it is a Superman character that finally snaps and becomes the world's greatest villain because
And,
the
like,
pressure
the
of
other
being a
thing
hero.
the other thing about it is they only the thing that the big thing about it is they really only kill other villains. They
Not
become
really.
villains.
Well, they start killing other heroes too.
Yeah.
In the Injustice
Yeah,
games.
they give fucking
In the game
Shazam a
series?
lobotomy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
He gets
It's
Shazam.
a fucking horrifying scene. He just like goes behind him and just drills into his head in #1.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right.
It's fucked up. That was like a 13-year-old kid, guys. It's fucked up. All right, let's get back on track here. News in gaming. Let's talk about some news, guys.
Nothing's happened, has it?
Yeah, some news happened. So we were off for a week, so there's a few things to catch up on real quick. In the off time, Nintendo did a little conference-y thing. A little Nintendo Direct. It was 8 minutes long. It was all about Pokemon. Nate, how excited are you for Pokemon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon coming to, you guessed it, the Nintendo 3DS this November?
Why? Why do they hate me?
Wait, Nate. There is a Pokemon game coming to the Nintendo Switch. It's called Pokken Tournament Deluxe.
What do you mean, Game of the Year 2016 Pokemon Tournament Wii U edition?
That wasn't even your game of the year.
I know, but it was up there.
It was like number 3 or something.
Yes.
So yeah, I mean, they're adding like 8 characters, 7 characters or something. 5.
I actually haven't looked into it. I'm just that like cut. Like
Yeah.
just because Stars is not real at this moment.
I mean, here's the thing. Like, this didn't surprise me that they're doing sequels to Sun and Moon. Sure, Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon.
Yeah, do you think it's going to be like Black and White 2, or is it going to be
I
like...
think so. Yeah. And it's like fleshing out the story or whatever. But like the thing is like the turnaround for like porting Pokemon Sun and Moon specifically that format to Switch. It's It's like they want to do the whole thing. Like they want to do.
I don't think they are.
I think
they're
are.
just going to do a whole new game for Switch.
Yeah, I mean at this point, I think
Yeah.
it'll be a whole new game.
Only because now Star Ultra has been announced. I think they're not going to do Stars.
That's the thing. It's like it didn't make sense to do the third iteration of a Pokemon game for a different system and like have it not be completely rehauled from the bottom up, right? Like new
Still
engine,
would've
3D.
Wanted it.
Yeah, like they.
know.
I think in the long run it'll be the right call to like wait until they can make a game from the ground up for Switch that is like big and badass and great.
Yeah, I know.
Which they will inevitably do because like there will be a point when the 3DS doesn't exist anymore, and I don't think they're going to put out a 4DS.
Yeah, but it's Nintendo. I wouldn't put it past them.
Yeah, I mean it's definitely a possibility. Listen, nothing's off the table.
Like, could have anyone predicted the 2DS? Really?
The new 2DS XL, I believe, is what you mean.
Jesus.
Question.
Answer.
Since Pokemon with 3D, had they made a third entry game?
No, they
No,
haven't.
that's the big RIP, like, because there was no there was that.
There was nothing after X and Y.
Yeah,
There was no Ultra X, Super Y.
yeah.
It was just a long time between X and Y, and then Sun and Moon.
Because we didn't get Grey, we didn't get Z, and now we haven't got Stars.
Yeah, after Black and White, they did Black and White 2,
Yep.
which was like a sequel.
Yeah.
Um,
And we didn't get because there was leaked. There was like legit leaked art of Grey,
yeah.
and there was leaked of Z.
Yeah.
With God, I can never pronounce that Pokemon, Zengria or something like that.
Sexual.
Look, he's not a ghost Pokemon, so I don't care.
Yeah, no one cares. So, like, yeah, it's a bummer, but I know a lot of people were upset. It just didn't come off as a surprise to me. I don't think this means there isn't a Pokemon game in development for Switch. I definitely think there is. I still think it's kind of too soon for that, though. I don't think they should have put out Pokemon Ultra Moon and Ultra Sun.
No,
but
no, because now that's time that they gave that studio to work on that,
True.
where they could have been working on the next one for Switch. So now it's even longer. We're going to have to wait for a Switch game.
Yeah. So. But that's all. That's all the Pokemon is. Oh, and Gold and Silver are coming to the 3DS Virtual Console.
Yes.
You could have just put that on Switch as well. God.
Well, we'll get. There's some
'Cause
Switch service.
That is a
announcements.
game we do not need. We did not need. Only for the fact of, at the moment on 3DS, you can play every generation of Pokemon. Because since they put Red and Blue on the Virtual Console, you can play yes, it's Gold and Silver.
What about Ruby and Sapphire, dog?
Yeah,
What about Crystal?
Omega.
Oh yeah, that's right. Omega Ruby and
Yep.
Alpha Sapphire.
On the 3DS, you can technically play every generation.
And all
of
the
Pokemon.
DS games, yeah.
Yep. So there was no need for Gold and Silver because you can just get Heart Gold, Soul Silver.
Yeah.
Which is, in my opinion, a billion times better than.
Yeah,
what do you
because
call
it's got those kind of modern enhancements, which I actually really do want to play at some point.
Yeah.
But yeah, it interacts with the Pokemon Bank. People like the classic versions of those games. It's weird they're not putting out Crystal.
Yeah, but it was different Red and Blue coming because that still had the cheat in it. So you could do the rare candy cheat and all those kind of things. and
Yeah,
stuff
it's just
that.
like that kind of thing is like minimal in
know.
its impact, so it's not a big deal.
I know. It was just I just don't see a need for Gold and Silver
Yeah.
on the Virtual Console.
Yeah, and
because
that-
you can play Heart Gold, Soul Silver.
Yeah, in a Heart Gold Soul Silver world, yeah.
Yeah.
So that was like the Pokemon Direct. That's pretty much everything that they announced. But outside of that, independent of that, Nintendo did announce ahead of E3 that their paid online service for the Nintendo Switch is being delayed until 2018,
I mean, I'm down.
which is fine. But they did kind of give some more details as to what it is. It will be $20 a year. Let me see if I can pull this up. Nintendo $20 for a year.
Yeah, that's right.
And then it's like $3 a month,
Yeah.
or $7 for 3 months, which is not bad at all. Which is good because, like, I think like if they'd gone out and said like, and it's $60 a year, like, no one would have been happy.
Like if it's similar to Xbox Live and PlayStation Plus and stuff.
But it doesn't necessarily seem like a bad value.
No, for what you get, because you get that Netflix.
So yeah,
Sort of service.
they're calling it, and they said this name could change down the line. They're calling it Classic Game Selection. It says, and this is reading right off Nintendo's website, subscribers will download a compilation of classic titles with added online play, such as Super Mario Bros. 3, Balloon Fight, and Dr. Mario. So this kind of builds off that original idea that it was going to be one classic game you get for just that month with online features. And they also said, like, hey, the online lobby and voice chat app for smartphones will be coming out in a free limited capacity this summer, and then the paid version in 2018.
Just go get Discord, everybody.
So yeah, it is $3.99 for 1 month membership, $7.99 for 3 months, and $19.99 for 12 months. So we don't necessarily know what this classic game selection is going to look like, how large the library would be. A lot of people were throwing around Netflix for games, and Netflix for classic games, like the 3 that they're showing are obviously Dr. Mario, Balloon Fight, and Mario 3. But we don't know if, like, is this like Xbox Games Pass, for example, where there's 100 plus games in there, and that is subject to change, but for the most part, that the majority of that library will probably be the same through each month.
Because Nintendo's got the library to do something big.
Yeah, and they could, like, I could totally see them fluctuating in and out games, like kind of rotating the catalog just to encourage new people to come in and come out. And they make it like an affordable thing that makes sense that maybe you don't need to subscribe to this every month if you're doing it monthly. $20 a year is not a huge barrier to entry. If it is just 3 games a month, like, I guess that's not terrible. And if like you're getting a new game for the next month or a new set of 3 games the next month.
Because it's not for the multiplayer or anything like that, is it?
No, so like they will have online features. A lot of people speculated that that's just probably going to be leaderboards or something along those lines. Maybe you can do like the couch co-op-esque thing with Mario 3, but I feel like that's like a lot of extra hoops to go through for them. Regardless, like having access to multiple classic games for just paying $20 a year, whatever those games may be, on Switch on a portable platform is enticing. I think that's a good deal. Obviously, that's going to boil down to how you feel about classic games. But I think delaying it and saying like, hey, we're going to try and expand this into more of a library type thing is still just a better decision for that service overall.
Yep.
Any thoughts, feelings from the panel here?
I mean, just download Discord.
Yeah.
Just download Discord for the app
Yeah.
then. Yeah, that's what Nate and I use for when we play Mario Kart.
Maybe after this.
Maybe after this podcast. That's all the Nintendo news, really. Obviously, we've got their E3 Direct coming up.
Imagine if they announced stars on that. Like, this is just like a big.
This
like,
was all just
That's
a
what I'm
joke.
saying. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think like if there's any franchise that they're going to announce, it would be like a new Animal Crossing game.
God.
That'd be lit.
Stardew's better.
I've been thinking about it a lot. I want them to do Mario Kart, or not Mario Kart. Wow, jeez, I totally blanked. I totally brain farted right there. Out
Yeah, if
loud.
only they had a Mario Kart game on Switch.
Yeah, I wish we had
Metroid. I got the M at least. I want them to announce Metroid, but I feel like realistically, if they're going to announce something for like mid to late 2018, it'd probably be Animal Crossing, which makes sense. Like they got that Animal Crossing mobile coming out probably before then, so that makes a lot of sense. But anyway, that was just an aside. Let's go through some of this news. You added some news in here, Nobishin, that I'm not familiar with, specifically Dragon Ball FighterZ coming in 2018
yeah.
for the makers of Guilty Gear,
Yeah.
which is cool.
Yeah, super cool.
Yeah, so it's 2D and looks like anime, so I'm excited.
2D looks like anime. You had me at anime. Literally the last word.
All they need to tell me is it has the Budokai 3 fighting engine. That'll be set.
Yeah, is there like a
I have no
gameplay
idea.
trailer? Okay.
It's just screenshots so far, so it looks
Okay.
really good.
See what it pans out to be.
Yeah.
Like I never got the chance to play Xenoverse or Xenoverse 2, but like I respect those games a lot from a distance, and you like them, Nobishin, so even if they're hard as fuck, apparently.
It's more like I'm not really good at the 3D.
Fighting.
Yeah, I've never
Okay.
been good at, or never really been a fan of that.
Okay.
That is my favorite style, just because you can get that kind of like hurrahness of like Dragon Ball Z when it's a 2D fighter. Oh Jesus, that wasn't nice.
Yeah, we're all fine.
Don't die,
I'm
Nate.
dying on stream. Because I think I can't remember which version was the 2D fighter, but I just didn't feel like You had that like the huge explosions and like just everything the stereotypical to do with Dragon Ball Z in general.
You know the best Dragon Ball Z game is? It's Goku's story and then the weird sequel for the Game Boy Advance.
The Game Boy Advance
Goku's
one,
Inside Story?
yes.
Not Goku's Inside Story. It's like a top-down adventure game.
Yes.
It's like action adventure game.
And you could switch between different
Those
characters.
games are fucking lit.
I had that.
Yeah,
I really enjoyed
I was
that.
really into that one.
And it was like nearly like an RPG. You leveled up the like your Vegeta or your Goku or your Piccolo. Jesus, forgetting Dragon Ball Z
Piccolo,
characters.
Jesus.
Piccolo Jesus, yeah. No, yeah, you play through all the Dragon Ball Z. So the first one is like up through Cell, I think, and the second, or it might be up through Frieza, and the second one's through Boo. There was a new Bubsy game announced.
Oh god.
Oh, good.
The trailer for it is pretty great.
No.
As like from a outsider perspective, like I have zero investment in Bubsy.
I have a lot of investment from my Master System Mega Drive days, and it should have just been left there. Just like, I know I'm going to get super hate, Sonic. Just leave it down there. It was good for the era. Yeah, I'm not excited.
Yeah, I mean, it looks terrible. Like the video game itself
does.
looks fucking terrible. I'm not trying to throw shade here.
It's like Duke Nukem. It's like it was made for their era. He's like that brash kind of like, oh yeah, I'm Bubsy. But there was the 3D games, which I never fucked around with. But the 2D ones, he was really like Crash and the kind of jokes that like from the 90s that you just aren't that good these days.
Yeah, dude, like the actual gameplay though, like the platforming, like floaty and awful.
That's Bubsy in general.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's kind of like a funny joke though that there's a new Bubsy game. I just like we're in that like pre-E3 part where like all the either things are leaking out or like people are just trying to get the shit out of the way.
Yeah, because they're shitty games and they don't want to be overshadowed by like Call of Duty and shit like that.
Yeah. Dissidia Final Fantasy NT announced for PS4. What is this option?
And
This
why
is
isn't it
the
coming to
game for-
Xbox?
Is it that?
Thank
arcade-
you. Fucking cry. I was getting so upset about that.
Oh, I saw the Twitter. That's why I had to bring
But hold
bring
on,
it up.
isn't this also not a Vita game?
No, it's a full-on PS4 game.
Yeah.
You see, finally.
That's good. It's going off of
Now we don't
handheld.
have to. Now we don't have to get a handheld system that nobody bought.
That nobody. Fair enough. Is this the arcade one in Japan?
Yes.
This is the arcade one.
Yeah.
One, yeah.
I heard that one is good.
Yeah, it's good.
So
I played
it's, It's like Dissidia 3.
I still don't understand why. Like, was it an exclusive to like PlayStation? Just go in there and be
No.
like,
It was an
No.
exclusive to Vita.
so why isn't it coming?
Probably because they're like, there's no point in putting it out on Xbox, and then
Well,
Microsoft.
here's the thing.
But this is how you build audience. Like they've built. Like that's the problem
Yes.
with
No,
Xbox.
no, I get it. I'm saying like the developers like, well, there's no point in putting it on Xbox, and then Microsoft, instead of saying like, hey, like we'll help you,
And that's what I mean. Marcus,
they did nothing.
Phil should go. These are the things Phil
My
should
dude Phil,
Right.
go
'cause,
and
like,
get people because like they've built this bro culture on Xbox. So things when like Sunset Overdrive, if that was on PlayStation, it would have sold bonkers because that is the audience they have over
yeah,
there.
Insomniac's audience is
And-
committed to
and
that.
it hurts me as an Xbox fan because yes, I do love my bro shooters, but I want to play these kinds of games as well. And then like I have to buy a PlayStation. Like I want a PlayStation.
Yeah, no, I agree. I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not.
But there's
Listen,
people out
guys.
there without like
I'm with
disposable
you.
income like me that have stuck with an Xbox that will never play these games because they can't afford to go buy a PlayStation.
It's complete bullshit at this point
Yeah.
now because it's really making me upset now because like something like Nier is on PS4 and PC, so there's literally no reason why it can't come on
Yep.
on Xbox One.
Exactly.
It's becoming ridiculous now.
Like they'll have to like it's like how they had to do with the original Xbox. You have to like suffer a bit of thing to build an audience and stuff like that. They're not going to sell well on this thing, but if they keep pushing this, people will be like, oh shit, like you'll have a bro shooter that like a bro shooter fan that will be like, well, I got nothing to play at the moment. I'll pick up this game that just come out and I like this game.
Let me
And-
play Nier Automata.
fucking exactly.
Yeah, no, I get it. Like there's a lot of stuff that doesn't make sense, and it's like Microsoft had those weird pushes on 360, and they just haven't done that for Xbox One.
Yeah, no, like Blue Dragon and shit like that.
Like Final Fantasy
Lost
13.
Odyssey. Lost Odyssey is like I've never enjoyed a
Eternal
Final Fantasy.
Sonata.
Yeah, well, yes.
Although that did end up coming to PS3.
This is why I wish Danny was here, because I freaked out when I saw Lost Odyssey in his like gaming unit, and I was like, "You played Lost Odyssey?" He's like, "Man, it's one of my favorite games ever." And I was like, "Danny, I love you."
Yeah, no, I'm on.
I know, but I just want you to play Lost Odyssey though. That's
okay.
where I was hinting at.
Is that backwards compatible?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
3 a few months ago.
Yeah.
I might have gotten it.
Yeah.
I sometimes don't really pay
It's
attention.
4
to this.
discs. It's
4 discs?
Yeah, 4 discs.
Shit, man.
Yeah.
What's she gonna add, Nabishin? What's up?
No, it was just like I was talking to Nicole about this, and it was like because she was like, you saying she was pretty much saying like yeah, it kind of sucks, but what do you expect kind of thing. I'm probably butchering what she said because it was like a week ago when we said this, but like because like Final Fantasy 15 is on Xbox One, and that's a barely decent version of it, and it's like is at the point now is like why are you putting this on the system now if you're not going to like get like other stuff to go along with it?
Exactly.
It's like Persona 5 has no excuse not to be on Xbox One. Like these games should be spread out everywhere, and it's like
for Persona 5, like I understand that Microsoft could have gone after that, but I think I feel that Sony did go after Persona 5.
Yeah.
Um,
For sure.
because I mean
the Vita.
there are like Vita and
Yeah.
PlayStation 4 references in that actual game. Like I think Sony did lock that down. I'll say
I
that
don't think
much.
that matters though.
Microsoft
It matters
has,
to the reality of it actually happening.
Microsoft has the money.
And I agree that Microsoft should make a bigger push for JRPGs. I'm
In
not
this
saying that. I'm
particular-
just saying like there are cases where that's just not going to happen because maybe
In this
Sony got there
particular
first.
case, it's a little bit different because, like, think about it. This game was exclusive to PSP and Vita.
What?
Not but
Dissidia?
this was exclusively a mobile thing.
Mm-hmm.
Where on the on the Vita, it had no business being exclusive to the Vita because of how
Yeah.
compatible the two systems are.
Yeah.
I mean,
So-
I'm saying like Catherine is on fucking 360.
Yeah.
Exactly. And
Again, that's
right.
part of that's in that 360 family stuff.
Yeah.
Like
It's backwards compatible. I could play it right now if I wanted to.
yeah.
And that's the other thing too. Like backwards compatibility is saving that system
Yeah.
more than more people are thinking.
It's keeping it afloat.
For sure.
Yeah.
I don't disagree.
The real question is, when is Pokemon coming to Xbox?
Yeah, that's the big one.
All right, anyway, I'm off on rant.
Yeah, no, again,
that is a justified 100%
yeah.
rant.
Because you think about it again, I know one person who routinely uses an Xbox, and it's not for games.
it's for backwards compatibility.
No, it's not for games at all.
Okay.
For that,
It's
that
Will.
Crunchyroll.
He uses it pretty much. He uses it because it's easier than having. It's easier to set that up between Netflix, Crunchyroll,
Yep.
and your actual TV than most smart TVs.
That's all. That's because it's got that remnants of the leftover original Xbox pre Phil Spencer.
What I want you to do, Nate, is look at my
right.
soundbar
He's
and
using
then
it
look to
as
the
Phil
left.
I know.
Spencer
You
You
dream.
see that connect right there?
There's a connect up
That's
there.
a-
Everybody,
I could say the
No, I
magic
know
words
what
and my
that is.
Xbox would turn on right now.
yeah, don't
So,
say it.
Yeah, he doesn't even have that.
Yeah.
He just uses the controller, and it's real quick,
I
real
use the
easy, and it
controller
works
as well.
really nice.
I'm the only human being that still uses his
It's only since I've moved. I was not
whatever
unpacking.
you say, buddy.
I was not unpacking the.
The
Kinect
Scorpio is not even gonna have a port.
I'm
for the
so
Kinect.
excited for the Scorpio. Oh,
We're gonna know tomorrow. Let's get through the rest of these news. Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice, which is now the formal subtitle, is coming August 8th for $30, and that is a PS4 exclusive. And this is
PC.
and PC. Okay.
so much sadness in that NPC.
Like we just
No,
got
yeah,
off there,
no,
so, yeah.
go
yeah.
for it. No.
And that's I didn't know that it was $30 until just now this moment. And that's
They said specifically like we're trying to be a AAA game, but like we're working with like half the budget. So like we wanted to get that back to our players and just like do like half the price of it as well. So
that's cool.
yeah.
And that's Ninja Theory's next game. Nobsh and I both been looking forward to that for a while, so I'm excited to play that. It's kind of a bummer because I feel like it being announced now probably means it's not going to be at Sony's press conference, and I'd like that to be in front of more people.
yeah.
Just because, like, I don't know. I feel like Ninja Theory had like a really bad falling down, and they're still like a really great developer.
I know people really dislike them now.
Yeah, I mean, like they did like bite off a lot. I'm not saying that they bought off more than they can chew because I like DMC a lot. A lot of people don't. Cameron Abbott being a big proponent of them, but like I like Ninja Theory's other game, Enslaved, a lot as well.
Enslaved is really good.
Yeah, it's really cool. And it's like a really cool take on the Journey to the West story, in like a very different, totally like cyberpunky way, and I think it's rad for that. So like they've like weirdly enough gotten a lot of ground with me as like a developer, and now like they're trying to do
What
this.
is the
AAA
other thing that they did besides DMC?
They did Enslaved, Odyssey of the West, which we actually played during the first ever Irrational Passions Extra Life in 2010.
Hell yeah.
Right.
I wouldn't play like the rest of that game until much later, but I think they've done other stuff, haven't they, Namashin?
They've done Heavenly Sword.
Yeah, that's right. That's the other big one.
Yeah, I can see why now.
Which has a lot of problems.
No, they did one of the best games ever made, Kung Fu Chaos.
Oh,
for
shit.
The original Xbox. Shout out to that game.
There you go. Heavenly Sword, yeah, Enslaved, DMC. They helped on Disney Infinity Marvel Superheroes, and Disney Infinity 3.0. So they helped with the combat in that game.
Kung Fu Chaos.
Yes, I saw Kung Fu Chaos. No one knows who that game is.
Really?
Nobody knows what that
man.
is.
Nope.
That is a game. Like if that's like one of their like, oh, we're bringing back an old Xbox game, I would fucking lose my shit.
It's cool because like Hellblade is like independent AAA is how they're positioned. Like I said, where they're trying to make a big game with a lot of like motion capture and cutscenes and things like that, but on a smaller budget with an independent team. And I think like Sony is helping pay for it.
It did look good. When did they show that? Last E3? Sony?
It was a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
It was
I really enjoyed
it. It was
that.
announced, I believe, in like 2014.
Because it's got that Norse feel, doesn't
Yeah,
it?
it's Celtic mythology, right? So it's Celtic
yeah.
and Norse mythology. It's cool because like I believe the main character like suffers from mental illness.
She even looks like Boudica as well.
Yeah, and she's so a part of the game is like getting internal perspective on her like going through like post traumatic stress disorder and things like that. And that's like a really cool idea for a game.
Fucking Cameron throwing some epic shade about
Oh yeah,
Ninja Theory.
I know.
Jesus.
But,
So in other words, they made a couple of mediocre games,
yes.
and then they did DMC, which was good, but everybody likes the shitty version.
Yeah, I'm with you, Scott. I think DMC is great. I would even go beyond good. So like I think their other games, it was clear like they had a lot of ideas, but they didn't have the budget to execute on them. And then with Capcom gave them the budget to do that in DMC, and like now, whether or not Hellblade pans out is kind of in the air still. But I'm hopeful. I think those guys have a lot of talent. So.
I'm excited.
But that's August 8th for $30, so I'm definitely going to be picking that up. After 11 years, the PlayStation 3 is now out of production. No longer being produced.
Sucked in.
Why the hell did they continue?
I don't know, man. The thing was still selling, at least to some extent. But it makes sense. Now's the time. I like PlayStation 3 a lot. Ni no Kuni was on PlayStation
Never
3.
owned one.
Had one good game and that's it.
Tales
Last of Us. That's it.
of a lot of
That game
different...
wasn't that great.
Yeah, the last one.
I know. I keep forgetting that like I'm in hostile territory when I mention
You're-
like,
you're-
The Last of Us, which is like so strange for any other podcast.
Yeah,
I love Last of Us.
It's like, don't get me wrong. That's the best way to approach that. You saying that you love The Last of Us is probably the best way you can approach it,
Yeah.
because
Yeah, I didn't say it was a good game. I said I fucking love it. And it's one of my favorite games of all time.
I didn't know that. I thought you didn't
that's
like
the
it.
best
I
No,
way
thought
I
you
to
were
approach
saying-
fucking love Last of Us.
I think it's a
It's
great
the
game.
reason why I bought my PlayStation 3.
Okay.
Because I didn't have a PlayStation 3 during the 360 era.
Are you looking forward to The Last of Us Part 2?
Yes and no, actually. Because I know they're going to do us right.
Yeah.
Like,
But I think it's responsible to be worried.
yeah, I'm just like, it's such a beautiful.
What
Like,
I
I've
mean-
never replayed that game. Like, I've done the one playthrough and I've never touched it again because I do not want it to. Like, I want that one experience, and I don't want it to ever change, and that's why
But
I'm
I
worried
mean,
for a
like,
sequel.
Nate,
Yeah.
they're gonna do you right, like Andromeda did us right.
Oh, don't
That's
say
right.
that.
That's right, Andromeda. Pillar
That is
of
good.
its
That is good
genre.
news topic because like Kotaku brought out the huge article this week.
Yeah, that's right. That's I don't want to necessarily get into that,
Yeah,
but
that's
Kotaku did some fucking journalism,
Holy shit!
and they found out what happened behind Andromeda.
literally 18 months they built that.
They essentially
we
made
got,
that game in 18 months.
which
It's lots of
Me and
disaster.
Narvishan can 100% agree for. Like, yes, I've said it. I don't know if it was here or another podcast where like I've never worried about the fucking face animations, the whatever, all that basic shit that they've gone in and changed now. It was just no heart story.
Yeah.
Like,
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah.
Which is the scary thing, because like that's why I'm always scared if they ever make the sequel, they're just gonna make it like, oh look, we fixed the facial animation, and it's like, no, that was it
only
was
part of the problem.
It was an empty universe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Galaxy.
No, well, no, like universe as in like the universe of Mass Effect.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't mean just that galaxy.
I think like the universe of Mass Effect
I don't
is
mean
not
it's
empty.
literally empty. I
But
mean,
the
yeah, like
Andromeda
the
Galaxy is empty of
the
that.
story is empty to me.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all the regular news. We got EA's press conference was today.
Yep.
Wait, did we miss it?
Yeah, we did. So Nate and I watched that. We had a good time watching it. I thought, all right, look, overall vibes and feelings. How did EA do?
Best EA conference in a long time.
In like 3 years.
Yeah.
It was fine. It was fine.
They needed more Pele.
There was no Pele. Very true. There were a couple like awkward moments, but there was no concept art.
No, they had Alex Hunter instead.
They did.
No Pele, but we got Alex.
They had a fictional.
Yeah, right. There was such a fucking massive sizzle reel for him too.
But
Yeah.
it did
So
like
fun.
as much as I cared 0% about it, I was actually like, this is actually pretty good.
I think it's cool.
They had a good conference up until they introduced Battlefront.
I thought Battlefront, like the Battlefront section was fine.
How,
The
how would you
section
describe
itself,
my
the
face?
section
that whole
itself.
thing though.
It was too long.
it was actually-
Your
Yes,
face.
Here's the thing. The section itself was fine, right? It wasn't that great. It's too long. But like the introduction,
Oh, like
Come
when the stormtroopers and everything walked out on stage.
Oh,
yeah.
I like that girl though. That
My
girl that
dick
plays.
couldn't have been harder. That Hulk, like, as soon as the stormtroopers kept coming out, I was just like, "Holy shit! I'm fucking 100% in on this."
Yeah.
And then, like, as soon as gameplay started, I'm sitting there like,
Yeah, Nate was into it.
"Yeah, sorry."
I think
Sorry,
it
Scott,
looks
yeah.
like a better game than Battlefront 1.
Yeah.
I'm still worried.
It did-
For
It's like
those-
the same game with single player.
Listen, you can't.
No, I don't think it
dock
is,
into a
'cause, like,
mothership.
The last game was a lot of battlefields, like open areas and stuff like that. Like
That didn't look like that.
no, like
No.
it's-
No, it
I
didn't.
mean, I know you're in corridors, and I mean, there's like you have a couple new maps, sure.
But like like that rush game mode that they were kind of showing, like it felt like there was movement to the map,
Yeah.
which is something that's like a trademark of Battlefield. Like
it felt very Battlefield.
it felt like you were going through different parts, like different sections of the map, and like in the same like mission, the map changed because you were in different parts of it, and there were fights in different parts of it.
I guess I glazed over at that part. Then I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It's because like in the first one there is sections where you go inside, but it's literally one fucking
It's like
corridor.
hallways,
It's
yeah.
a one hallway. While this was like multiple rooms, you go in and out.
felt like atriums and stuff like that.
I saw people like guarding doors and stuff like that.
the
and
map didn't feel static. It felt
Yeah.
dynamic. It
It-
felt like it changed as the
It
map
had
as
flow
the
to it.
mission progressed.
Flow
Yeah,
is- yeah.
and it reminded me more of like I don't know about Levolution, but it reminded me
There
a
was
lot
no
more
Levolution.
of Battlefield, which I think putting a little bit of Battlefield in Battlefront
Was a good idea.
is a good idea.
Yeah, make it less
Right.
arcadey.
Yeah.
Which the originals, the original, like last one was very arcadey.
Yeah.
Not just in the shooting, but the level design. It was all made so like you were constantly action in a fact that like a new person can pick it up and have fun and all that. While this one looks like you could still do that, but an expert could pick this up and like pick angles and stuff like with, as I said, they had one hallway. It's pretty hard to pick an angle on a hallway.
Yeah.
Well, this one you could pick like perfect positions like on the field to actually kill people and stuff like that.
Yeah, it looked like there were more precision, like there were different classes to choose from.
Yeah.
The UI changed a little bit, and it looked like just the gunplay itself looked a little bit better.
But where was Watto?
But where was Watto? Yeah. And was he like trading slaves?
Was he trading in slaves?
He was too busy out of the game docking his ship onto a mothership.
And
Because you can't do that in this game.
Yeah, because again, like my concerns of like the space battle stuff that we talked about a few weeks ago.
We saw some space battle, but
didn't,
it looks like story space.
Well, like I don't know if you heard like what I was worried about of like. It feels like my thing that I loved in Battlefront 2 is like there are two giant ships.
You could fly from one.
You go from one to the other. You land or crash land in the other. Get out.
Yeah.
You dock it.
Yeah.
You're docking.
I love.
You get out, and then you're like fighting in the enemy's ship. And it seems like the space battles are just going to be space battles, and the ground battles are just going to be ground battles.
Yeah, with a bit of air combat on,
which is kind of a bummer.
Yeah.
But if like the overall game is better, that's at least exciting. But we'll see. I'm curious to see. People are going to play it this week. I'm curious to see what they think of it.
The story looks good.
The story sounds cool. I'm really curious about that. So let's run through it here. And Tony, actually, real quick, how did you feel about EA as a whole?
Too much sports, but that's exciting.
It's always
expected
too much
that there's going to be too much sports. I predicted there would be too much sports, and there was too much sports.
There was a lot of sports.
Yeah.
So gay me.
It's so gay me.
That's right. I was right. Hashtag Tony was right.
But Tony,
did
did you find Alex Hunter?
Swear to fucking God, Alex Hunter. Yeah, there were a lot of sports. EA makes a lot of money on sports games.
Yes, so they can give us the games like
like the Way Out.
Yeah, The Way Out.
Or A Way Out, excuse me.
A Way Out.
Which is being made by the developers of Brothers: A Tale of Two Sons. It is a very different game from Brothers: A Tale of Two Sons.
Yeah, but it does share a couple of the mechanics, which seems pretty interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's cool that so it's a all co-op game about these two prisoners breaking out of prison and then going on like some fucking adventure, I guess.
Pretty much Prison Break. The game.
And it looks cool, and it looks like it's got like an emotional story, and the characters are different, and they have cool personalities. And so the developer came out, and just like for the last couple of years, they brought an indie developer out, and he's very passionate and very enthused about his game, and is like maybe very, very nervous as well.
Oh.
And I appreciated that.
But real, like you believed everything. Like every time he said like I'm so excited about this game, it wasn't like E3.
Yeah, that dude was fucking stoked.
Like it's not like that E3 where it's like, and we're so excited to show you what's coming up next.
There's a bet related to this. Don't worry, it's very good. But I like that he came out and said like, you can play it co-op online, but you really need to play it like couch co-op with a friend.
I'm so excited.
It was like a concession of like, listen, we get it that this probably isn't going to work out if we forced everyone to just play this couch co-op, so we put this in here, but we really want you to play it this way. It looks cool. It's a cool idea. It's like a lot. It's like a third-person shooter. It's like
you can
like motorcycles
like,
at some point.
One person can be in a cutscene and you can still be playing at the same time. It's like really like I've never really seen that in a game.
Yeah.
Usually when a cutscene starts, both players click into the cutscene, no matter where you are.
But there's like another player playing at the same time.
Yeah.
No, I was saying there's a cutscene going on while you're playing a game at the same time. That's all.
Oh yeah, it's true. Yeah. But like it's cool that can happen across two players.
Yeah. So one person's getting the cutscene while the other person's playing.
Yeah, I like the idea of like an entirely cooperative game too. It reminds me of Dead Space 3, but executed better.
Army of Two.
Let's not go that far.
That was a dope game.
That's an EA game.
I like the first one.
So, I don't know. A Way Out looks really cool. What did you think of it, Nomishin? You don't play games with people, so.
Yeah, exactly.
You can play with me.
Play with this sweet boy.
Yeah.
But you're not people.
Oh boy, did we talk about a game earlier that you could cheat and not play with anyone?
Yeah, that's true. Rewind the podcast a little bit. Let me tell you about Black Desert Online.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that game looks great. That game looks legitimately good. I would try to find someone to play with. So
I play with you.
If you get it on Xbox, Nabishan, I will 100%.
Just don't play with Danny Juarez because he'll finish it without you.
Yeah, true. Not to do that.
And then not show up for a podcast. You know?
And then not show up. His computer broke. Let's not make him feel bad.
Sure it did.
Yeah, that's right. He's like,
he's not here. I'm bringing him down.
Broken.
Yeah. So Anthem was announced. It's BioWare's new IP. I have no idea what this game is.
It's supposed to be a new Destiny. This is like the one that they've been working on for ages. That's going to be their big like MMO-ish. Whatever the new genre is that like Destiny has started.
Ambient shooter.
I don't know what it is. Like it down the line, I reckon Destiny will have started this new genre because like everyone's seen how much money they made off this and how popular it is. Division tried to capitalize on it, but they did it wrong because they didn't realize what they needed to do. Because like Destiny would have gone the same way as Division if the first raid didn't do as well as it did, and that's where Division fucked up. Their first like big expansion thingy wasn't that good.
Yeah.
Like it was good, but it wasn't the Vault of Glass good.
Yeah.
So we'll see how this new Anthem game goes.
Yeah, it's going to get fully unveiled tomorrow at Microsoft's press conference. They pushed it in adjacentness to Project Scorpio. So they talked about teraflops. I don't know what
Yeah,
those
they
are,
did.
but I hear they're floppy. So I'm excited to see like what that game is. Hopefully there will be gameplay there. I don't know. They definitely positioned it as something that's far out. So like far out, man. So I expect that game is pretty far away. A couple other bullet points. They showed Need for Speed Payback, which is the new Need for Speed game coming out this fall. It looks like Fast and Furious.
Where's the tanks?
I want the tanks to show up in that game. Which, like, listen, man, there's 3 protagonists. You shift between them. I think it's cool for a Need for Speed game to be a little bit like Fast and Furious. I think
also
that
we
helps
need
that-
the endless airport as well. If there's not an endless airport stage,
Yeah.
I don't.
I want to
play
be
it.
driving on an aircraft, like liftoff pad, whatever it's called, for a year.
Runway.
A runway. Thank
Yes.
you. God, no, I'm sure.
What did I call it?
A limitless airport.
Yeah.
Endless airport. I want to be driving on the runway for an actual 45-minute session.
Yeah.
With no end in sight. FIFA has a story mode that is a continuation of last year's FIFA story mode. Alex Hunter is back.
Where is Alex Hunter?
Where is Alex Hunter?
I can't
It's
believe he
folks,
got drafted.
This podcast doesn't care.
Very true. And Madden has a story mode for the first time, which is
That actually looks really good too.
Yeah. I don't know how
Yeah,
much
what
people
they-
like the
what they
FIFA story
did.
mode. So
What they did with this one is that they took one of the cast members from Friday Night Lights, and he's one of the characters.
Wow.
Not- I don't,
actually, that is
I don't think his
very-
character
Yeah,
is
I
the
know.
same. in this
I know,
one.
but
It's just-
still.
it's just the actor.
but that actor knows about football.
And
Right.
no, just the thought of like grabbing an actor from Friday Night Lights means they're going down a path that would be Friday Nights like-ish. Hopefully.
Lights.
Right, and that's what in the direct cut after the thing ended. That's what he was talking about of how similar it was to it.
Cool. That's
I mean,
that's good for
not,
men.
not like it's the well. What did he say? He said it was dialogue driven. A dialogue driven.
Huh. It's gonna be dialogue trees in Madden. That'd be
What is the world we're coming to
Yeah.
now?
like there is a FIFA 18 is a sequel to FIFA 17. I'm just like really taken aback at this. And then they talked about the new Battlefield 1 DLC. So that was pretty much it. It was like EA's show, save for like Battlefront running on a little bit long, was pretty tight. So like yeah.
But I'd still rather that go longer than
So
director videos and stuff.
let's talk about why I think that Battlefront thing was janky.
Is it because of the stormtroopers or is it like
There's the stormtroopers.
okay?
And
Made it a little
there.
bit cringy. That part was a little bit cringy.
It was perfect. Like, let me ask
For
you
a-
this:
for a
how
Star
big of a
Wars
Star Wars fan?
If
are
for a
you?
Star Wars fan, it's great to see them come on stage.
It was, yeah, I was rock hard.
The rest of what happened on stage, not so much.
Yeah, there was a lot of talking. To be fair, it was a lot of like just them.
Yeah, but she was really good.
She was good. She was a good presenter.
She's probably one of the best presenters I've seen in a
Better
long
than that YouTube guy. That poor guy.
Oh, that
Oh man,
poor
he's
YouTube-
getting eaten alive in the comments.
And the new Need for Speed.
Call
guy.
that guy Mark. Guy's name. Or he called that guy like.
He called him
Mike?
Nick. No,
Or
he called him Nick.
That's
but
right.
Nick was
his name was Marcus, and Nick was the guy behind him.
yeah. Because you see him turn around when he did it.
He's like, "This is Nick, Mark."
The teleprompter is not telling me to talk yet.
Yeah. No, I'm like I get it, Scott. I think there are a lot of parts about.
And then the comment. You know how we did the fucking the lead commentary?
Yeah.
It was very similar to that.
Oh, the
where
shoutcasting?
We weren't in control of the camera. We didn't know where the pain was going to.
Yeah.
We had to react. to
I
whatever it
commented
was.
on that halfway through.
And
I meant
Tony-
to you.
and Tony-
I really
what-
like the shoutcast.
Tony was really good about helping us out.
because he was
Yeah.
in the back controlling the camera.
Well, the big thing that Scott's saying is like that they had no controller of which player they were looking at, and it definitely cut away or cut to players at certain time, like when it cut to just NBA Live.
That was the best.
Fucking minutes. So yeah, no, I agree with you, Scott.
Right, so they would be in the middle of talking to something, and the person who was back there controlling the camera, or
Yeah, he
if
was
it
not listening.
automated, which was
That's true.
I really hope it's not automated and that's how
Yeah.
spectating works, because like that'd be horrible.
Yeah.
It's like they were not paying attention to anything that was being said on screen. They had to react to it, and they were having good conversations. But then all of a sudden, halfway through of something I kind of wanted to hear, they would cut, and they would be forced to be cringy, especially when what happens runs counter to the feel of the game of what they were saying.
Yeah. No, I agree. It was weird, but
So
I think by the end of it, they had hit a pretty good stride. Like the second half of that match, they had hit a good stride of showing off Battlefront 2. But yeah, that first half was rough. So I'm with you. Overall, like thinking back to EA's past 2 press conferences where they came up and showed concept art, they did a good job. Although, like, what do they call the game masters? Is that what they kept calling them?
Yeah. No, the game changes.
Game changers.
Oh, shit.
I did not like that. I'm like, they're QA testers, y'all. Like, there's
No,
Twitch streamers
game changers.
that are QA testers now. So, there's a shot of Jared Petty in that video, though.
Yeah.
Shout out to Jared Petty.
Quick shot.
That's it for EA.
wasn't only one of them good?
I think so.
There's like
No, Stone Mountain was in there. I love Stone Mountain.
You like Stone Mountain.
I
I'm talking about good at the game.
I don't know. They were
There's one guy who was,
They were apparently like the best players.
Scott. They're game changers. I don't know if you've heard.
Yeah, and did you know Twitchers aren't actual real game players? You know,
Yeah, they
They're
don't.
not-
They don't
they're
play
not
real games. It's all pre-recorded.
Twitchers aren't actually gamers.
Yeah.
Hashtag just saying.
Hashtag just. That's
just because you're a gamer doesn't mean you're good at video games. Like, damn.
yeah. Damn shade slight. That's it for news. We've got a lot more press conferences to talk about, and like I said, I just want to reiterate right here. We will be doing post shows for all the press conferences: Microsoft, Bethesda, Ubisoft, Sony, and probably something for Nintendo. So look forward to that. Nato will be here for all of them except probably Nintendo. I don't know when you're leaving on Tuesday.
I don't know. I gotta hire a car because it's $600 to fly out of this city.
Yeah, it's probably cheaper for gas anyway. And tolls. So how about we take a minute, put on our visors, and do some bets. Take some bets! Nabishin, do you have our bet-related note up in front of you?
Yeah.
Let's do this. So Nabishin and I have created a series of E3 bets. And so betting will commence. It'll take place across 4 rounds. There are 4 rounds of betting. There are a lot of bets to go through. It won't take too long because most of them are pretty short to answer. So we're starting off with regular bets, which are each worth a point. These points are going to be tallied. So it is Team Flaught versus Team BBC. So they will be tallied for the E3 bets, and then those points will then be added to our bet totals for our season of betting. So we'll this could turn the tide of the
season for bets
of the bettings. So Scott and I could make it back on this one. So the first series of bet are 6 regular bets. The second like part of the betting special here is double down on Nate.
Oh yeah.
And we'll explain the rules of each thing when we get to them. The third part is the team bets. Now we did write stuff for Danny here, but we'll be abstaining from that. And the last part is the irrational bets, which are our big, hopeful, wishful dream bets. Now, originally we had written it out so that only Nabish and I would do an irrational bet, but if Tony and Scott want to participate in irrational bets and Nate as well, we can do that as well.
Look, all I want to, I just want to bet
So
how good Alex Hunter is when he returns.
So Nate, you are not written into each bet, but you're welcome to play along.
Yeah, I do all the time anyway.
Since you are not necessarily on a team Flot or a team BBC, but you're
I'm Team Nate Dog.
You're Team Nate Dog.
Yeah.
Team Drongo Nate.
Drongo Nate.
So we're gonna go through the regular bets. All of us participate in these, and then for the team bets, when we get to them, that we will be asking Scott and Tony specific questions. And
Okay.
I hope you guys are excited for that part. So these are just regular.
Please be excited for Scott's answer.
These are regular bets. We'll go back. Namish and I can alternate
What a
here.
disappointing episode.
Listen, man, it'd be a good episode. I believe it.
I lost that list. I'm still mad about it.
So we're gonna go back and forth here. We each get to place a bet here. It's numerical value bet. All of these are. So the first round, regular bets. First bet: how many Marvel superheroes will appear across all press conferences? Now this does not include EA, so because that's already happened. So this is. I believe, did we say it does or does not include Devolver Digital?
Now hold on.
Yes.
This is different superheroes, not marked by appearance.
Yes.
Would you say like Insomniac's Spider-Man game and like Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite Spider-Man will be two different Spider-Mans?
No, I would say Spider-Man counts as one Marvel superhero. Okay. Obviously, for example, we know Spider-Man is going to be shown at Sony's press conference. So Spider-Man is one. We're just talking total across all press conferences. So zero. Does everybody? Do we want to type these in as per normal? Okay. I'm ready. Whenever you guys are ready, you can go ahead and send them. And this is again. So these are for our team. So Tony and Nabishin are betting together. Myself and Scott are betting together. All right.
Solid number.
Okay. So I bet 6. Nabishin bets 10. Tony bets 0.
You know it.
And Scott bet 2. So usually for these, it's going to be whoever's closest, just like normal bets. Mm-hmm. So, and NATO bet 21. Just to throw it out there.
I think a Lego game might be shown.
Ooh, yeah.
Oh, you're totally right.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
man.
I was thinking that Guardians of the Galaxy will be shown at 1,
Ooh.
and Spider-Man will be shown. That's my theory.
And you got Marvel vs. Capcom. Are they gonna show you anytime?
Shit.
Yeah.
I forgot about Marvel vs. Capcom.
You talked about it 2 seconds ago. That's why I didn't think about it until you mentioned it.
Shit. All right,
That's why I said 21.
These bets are locked in. You can't go back on this.
You're like, all I was doing is I know that one of them. I know the answer is 1 or more. So if I hit 2, I have the low end.
Shit. Nabishin's got the high end though. You got that, Nabishin, for sure.
What did Nabishin go?
10.
Oh, okay. I reckon it's big numbers.
Yeah, you're probably right.
They're gonna capitalize on all this Marvel hype.
All right, Nabishin, you want to read the
So
second
it was
bet?
only Marvel, yeah.
The Marvel superheroes.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's DC.
How many times will the phrase "and you're gonna love it" be said during the press conferences?
Fucking love this.
I got mine.
This is across all press conferences. All right, you guys ready to send in those bets? Hit me with them. I said 3. Tony said 16. Tony, I feel like you're not taking this seriously.
Dude, no, you have no idea how much you're going to love it.
And you're going to love it.
I think this is gonna be the year where they realize all these tropes.
Scott says 0 and Nabishin said 1. And I believe the original idea for this is during Kind of Funny Live, Andy Cortez did a great E3 press conference referential bit where I believe he said, and you're going to love it twice. It was very good. NATO also said 3.
Yeah.
On the same page as me.
I think it's gonna be the year they realize, but there's still gonna be those oh no, we're good enough to say that.
And you're going to love it.
Yeah.
I just love that phrase so much.
God, I hate it.
How many puns? No, that's the next one. Sorry. We'll get to that. Don't worry. What will the number of Japanese-made games shown on Microsoft's stage be? Now, trailers and sizzle reels do count. It's worth establishing here. And I'm going to go ahead and write that in. You guys can go ahead and send those. So NATO says 2.
I was gonna say 0, but I'm putting my faith in fucking Phil.
Bring it out, Phil.
Come on.
You got us, Phil. Tony said 4. Nabishin said 3. And Scott said 1. Ooh, I said 4 as well.
Oh shit!
So if it is 4, for example, or 5 or higher, then both teams get a point for this bet. For example, just like all of our normal kind of end of show bets. All right, Nabishin, I'm ready for the next one.
All right. How many puns will be made during Nintendo's E3 showcase? These are verbal puns.
Can I just say every sentence?
Verbal puns. So visual puns do not count. And you can go ahead and send those in when you're ready. All right. I was on the low end on that one. Damn, you guys have a lot more faith in Nintendo. So I said 7.
Dude,
Tony,
I just have faith in puns.
Tony said 30, which it seems if there are 30 puns, that's excessive.
Then
Scott,
we get 7 points.
Scott said 24. Nate, you said what, 21?
No, I said 9.
Oh, okay.
That's
Not
You wanna know what's better than 24?
what? 25. Nabishin said 10. So, man, all over the map on that one. Very excited. I'm very excited for Nintendo to make some puns. How many games will Sony show that have a release date or window? And we did specify that just a year does not count as a window. So if it says 2018 at the end of the trailer or something like that, 2018 doesn't count. But if it says like summer or fall 2018 or March or something like that, that does count.
I'm throwing that Xbox shade.
And this, ooh, yeah, you are. And this does include release dates, like specific dates. So if you guys want to send those in. All right. Nate said 0. I just want to throw it out there. NATO does not believe in that. I said 4. Tony said 2.
It fucking kills me every year. They're like, Sony's conference was so good. I'm like, when are any of these games coming out?
Yeah. Scott said 2 as well. And Nabishin said 5.
That is the one thing I know about Sony conferences. They don't do dates.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I'm with you. I'm with you guys. All right.
Like they should, like, defending myself, they do show amazing fucking
Yeah,
shit.
they have good demos. Especially last year, they had good demos.
But when the fuck are we getting Death Stranding?
I just was like pretty frustrated. Never. God. All right, now we want to read our last regular bet.
Shenmue?
This is the year they go full 180 and everything's out right now.
Yeah.
They just shadow drop everything.
Just to fuck with the Scorpio launch. Just, nope.
Okay.
We're not having anything.
How many animals will be murdered during the Far Cry 5 demo?
I really like this bet. It's a good bet, right? Actually, I'm going to adjust that. I'm going to bring myself back down. All right. If you want to send those bets in. All right. Wow, okay. So Nate said 1. I said 27.
I only think just because, like, I think they're going to focus on killing the extremists.
I honestly do. Nabishin said 3, and Scott said fork, which I will interpret as 4.
No, I want this number.
Okay, 8. Fair enough. All right, so now we are in the second section of bets. This is double down on Nate. So I'm going to read Nate a question.
Ooh.
Nate, you are going to respond with a numerical value.
Straight off the top of my head? Or like
You can think. You can take some time to think about it. I would encourage you to take some time to think about it.
Cloud.
Okay. Then each of us, Scott, Tony, Nabishin, and myself, are going to say too high or too low. There's no just right. You can't just say, no, that's it. It is too high or too low. So, Nate, I encourage you to maybe like throw in a couple extra dollars on top of that.
Okay.
Whatever you want to do. So what are you saying, Tony? What's up?
I'm saying, so we're basically playing that Jackbox game.
Yes.
Yeah. Survey or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Surveillance something.
Too high or too low? Nate,
Yeah.
this is my question. We're going to double down on Nate. This is worth 2 points. Multiple people will win this, I expect.
Okay.
What will the cost of the Xbox Scorpio be? In American dollars, preferred.
Yeah. That's what we have to work in.
Take a minute.
$450.
$450.
Yep.
All right. Do we want to go round table or just type it in?
I'll type it in.
Okay. I'll type mine in as well.
Because it's midway between the two prices I've heard. So that's why I am $4.50.
Tony? Okay.
Damn.
I said too high. Tony said, or I said too low. Tony said too high. Scott said too high.
Tony, I'm guessing we're both thinking it's going to be at 400.
And Nabishin said too low.
I think it's going to be $4.99 to be true.
I'm guessing.
Me too.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys think it's going to be around 500.
Yep.
That's good. See, there's your double down on Nate. I'm doubling down. Now it's time for team bets. So Tony and Scott, we are going to ask. Nabishin and I are going to ask each of you a question. One of these bets is for myself and Team Flaught. The other bet is for Nabishin and Team BBC. You guys aren't going to know which bet is which until all 4 bets are taken.
Before we get into this,
Yeah?
can I talk about the double down on Nate thing?
Yeah.
All right, so next time, here's an idea.
Okay.
When we do the numbers,
Okay.
have Nate go first. And then each of us can say double down on Nate to then take his number for double points.
Okay.
Ooh.
Okay. I like that. We'll revisit that.
Yeah.
It took Nabishin and I a while to figure out that one. So that was like an idea that I had.
That's a good variant for the bets.
Yeah, I like that. I like that, Scott. So team bets are worth 2 points. Again, so here's how it works. For example, if I read Scott a bet and it ends up it's for Scott and my team and he's right, then we both get 2 points. Now, if like our team gets 2 points, I should say. If I read Scott a bet and it's for Nabishin's team and he's right, then Nabishin's team gets a point. But if he's wrong, it's the opposite, right? I know this is very complicated and I'm explaining it terribly.
I get it.
So, like, you are betting for an unknown team. If you're right, that team gets the points. If you're wrong, the opposite team gets the points.
Cool.
And we're each going to read you a question. We're not going to tell you which team it's for. Who wants to go first, Scott or Tony?
I'll go first.
Okay. I'll read. Do you want me to read first, Nabishin? Do you want to read first?
I can reverse.
Okay. So yes or no question. Also,
Yes.
forgot to say that.
Will Sony reveal Bloodborne 2?
No.
No, it's going to be Armored Core. Why are you laughing?
Will a new Metroid game be shown?
No.
No.
Intense.
Nintendo.
Ice cold. Scott is ice cold.
You see, I think that's an Alex question. So I think I have to get that one right.
Tony, are you ready?
Yeah.
Will a card-based game be shown during a press conference?
Any press conference?
Any press conference.
For sure.
Yes.
So happy.
This is great, Nabishin.
Will Cuphead be shadow dropped during E3? I mean, released by when that game?
When E3 is over.
Yes.
As in, like, it's available now?
Yes.
No.
Ice cold. Do we want to go back through and say whose bet was who?
Yeah, sure.
No, we don't.
Okay. Okay.
No, we
It's a
don't.
mystery.
Leave it a mystery.
You gotta leave it a mystery.
Okay, that's fine.
You can't just spread your legs and get it all in. You
I
gotta
think
have a
how
bit
this
of-
should go is I don't think we should ever know whose bet was what. I think Tony and I are going to have to eventually figure that out after we count the points.
I really like
After.
that. Yeah. Okay. Now we did have ones for Danny here that I'd like to read, just because I think they're pretty good.
You want to give it an 8?
Yeah, we can give
Yeah,
it a
there you
Nate. We'll do it with Nate. So essentially, we were going to flip a coin to decide whose team you were like. Which,
like
which,
you did a couple of a while back.
yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll have you answer the bets first, and then we'll flip the coin to see which point goes where. You can go first, option.
Okay. Will we see Spyro the Dragon in HD?
Hopefully not.
Will a full game similar to Resident Evil 7 have VR support that hasn't been announced yet?
Hopefully. So yes.
Okay. So these don't have a team yet. So we'll flip a coin. Jesus, can I even read this? That's tails. That sounds okay. Nabishin, I want the Spyro one, so I'm gonna flip for that, and I'm gonna call tails.
Okay.
Tails. Sweet. Yes.
So that means if we don't get one, you get a point.
So if you're right, I get a point. If you're wrong, if Spyro is shown in HD, Nabishin gets a point.
God, I'm sorry, Nabishin.
You're good.
Ooh, keep flipping.
Dude, I think Spyro is gonna be shown.
Keep flipping for the questions.
Yeah.
Who
Why
gets the
would
next
90s
question?
game just stay dead?
That's it. That's the end of bets. Those are all the bets.
Crash.
No. Keep flipping, but
Spyro.
see
Sonic.
who gets the other question.
Oh no, those are already assigned.
Is Spyro's the only unassigned one?
So Spyro. So I got Spyro, so that means the other one goes to Nabishin.
Nah, flip for it.
No, because then it would be uneven for bets.
Yes.
You're an agent of chaos, Scott. All right, so this is irrational bets. So the whole deal with the irrational bet, it's based on the final bets from the Easy Allies betting specials. So essentially, this is your big dream. Your one. I really want this to happen. Please, God, happen. Dream. So any like grounded, realistic final bet is not a good final bet. In this case, irrational bet. So it's got to be, this is your pipe dream. If it does actually happen, you get 4 points. That's what I wrote here.
Pokemon MMO.
So like that's a final bet. That's an irrational fucking bet.
This one's borderline, but I think it should count.
For what? What do you mean? Oh, okay.
for bet.
Okay. So who wants to go first? I got mine like locked.
I got mine too.
Okay. My final bet is, and I feel bad because I watched the Easy Allies one. It's kind of one that someone on there made. My final bet is that Final Fantasy VII HD Remaster Remake Part 1 is announced to come out December 2017.
Why is that one far fetched?
Because that game's probably never going out.
Well, you see, here's the thing. You see, that's not a fair assumption. That game is probably coming out.
Game's coming
what's
out.
up in the air?
They recently straight up said that game and Kingdom Hearts 3 are coming out within the next 3 years, which puts a timeline out of this year. So I'm like going directly against that, but I think Part 1, Final Fantasy VII Remake, is announced to come out December 2017.
If you think this bet is too easy, you can say like make it harder.
Yeah, you can tell me to make it harder. Yeah. So
I think it's fine.
I think it's fine. I don't think that's going to happen for sure, but we'll see what happens. What's yours, Nabishin?
So this game's been dormant for a while.
Here we go.
And like I wouldn't really know how you would play it now, considering like the Switch is so different now, and like the 3DS is almost dead at this point. But The World Ends With You sequel.
Oh,
that game needs to fucking
fuck.
happen.
That's awesome. I love that. Is that yours, Scott?
I disagree.
You don't think that's going to happen ever?
I kind of don't want it to. Like, I don't. I for that game, I want a spiritual successor to that game. I don't want a sequel.
I mean, I agree, but like they teased it like in that mobile game from a long time ago. So like something was going to happen as far as the sequel. Like I don't know when it is or how they're even going to do it now, but like I think it should happen.
So are you saying like that's going to be announced for Switch? Or are you saying it's going to come out this year, announced for Switch with a date, or are you just saying it's announced?
I'm just saying it's announced. I don't. Yeah. I'm just saying it's announced right now.
Okay.
Like, here's the thing: even if they do the game,
Okay.
even if they do the game, I kind of don't want them to do. Yeah, that's the thing. It's a weird thing. That game's a complete game by itself. It was very, very good, but it was a complete game.
Okay.
If they did a sequel, they have to do away with everything the first game was, essentially. They can't go back there.
All right, so like that story's
If
done.
they
is
do
what
a
you're saying.
spin-off, that's like the only way that they could go back there. And even then, it really wouldn't be as good. Anyway, that was a tangent.
Okay, no worries. I appreciate it. I like you're the other passionate person about the world ends with you. Scott, do you have an irrational bet?
Let's see. I'm gonna say this one's in
Okay.
because yours is in, and that one's kind of borderline.
Okay.
I'm gonna
Harsh.
say
Slight.
they're gonna show a new Zelda game for the Switch
Okay.
already. Think it's been 6 months from the release of the old one. You think that even if it was in the works, it wouldn't be ready yet.
Okay.
I think you should make that a little bit harder.
If it was in the works, it wouldn't be ready yet.
So
if it was for the three, or if it was any Zelda game, and they did it for the 3DS, it doesn't count.
Is it 2D
Specifically
or
for the
3D?
Switch.
is it 2D or 3D? That's a good question. Like top down or like like full 3D?
You give me this and I'll be satisfied.
I'm gonna go 3D.
Okay. I'll
Because that
take
makes
that.
more sense.
Okay.
Gonna show a
Because
new
I think about
full.
it, if they do a 2D one, it'll go through the 3DS. Because they're still doing that one. It'll die eventually, but like at this point in time, a game like that goes to the handheld system.
Okay. I like that. I like that one actually, because like Zelda DLC is coming out, so they definitely won't do that. So I like
And
that.
I'm not talking about a Zelda Dynasty Warriors either. Like those don't count. Those don't count.
Like a real Nintendo.
I'm talking
Zelda
about a
game.
real ass Nintendo Zelda game. And That's why I thought it didn't matter if it was. That's why I didn't think it didn't matter if it was top down.
Okay. Tony,
Yeah.
do you have an irrational bet in your heart?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So get this.
All right. Let me strap in real quick.
Death Stranding
Here we go.
release date.
Here we go.
That's it. That one is announced.
You gotta tell me what's the date.
No. I think that's way
That's
too hard.
that's
Give me
not
a
enough.
year.
Give me a year.
Hold on. Is that game
2019.
being made?
2019.
Is that game being made?
No.
Do we know that?
I believe so. It has
Yeah, I
an
think
engine
so.
now, so yes. Release date.
When did
I
it get
li-
an engine?
Last year, late last year. Well, we found out that it had an
last year.
engine late last year.
We found out that it hadn't.
No, we found it at
I mean, it got announced last year. That's all I'm saying.
It was the game was announced last year E3, and then we found the engine it's on at PSX. So December of last year.
Yeah, so no, it's too easy to say that they're gonna put any kind of. Are you saying hardcore date, no window?
No, he's saying 2019. I feel like give me.
Well,
I feel like just if it gets a release date is already hard enough.
No. Like here's the thing: release window or release date.
Release window is what he's given us so far.
A window, not a date.
What like can you give me like a season?
Oh, you're saying like, are they gonna? Oh, like
Pin it down. If they pinning it down to a date is more reasonable. Not
Holiday-
that you have to get it.
like
but
yeah, like
pinning it down
holiday
a date-
2019. I would be okay with.
Right.
there you go.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Not happening.
For sure, not happening.
it's
But that's
not.
good. Yeah, that's good. That's a good rational bet. Do you have one, Nate? Do you want to throw one in the ring
Yeah, Pokemon MMO.
for Nintendo Switch?
Yeah.
No, for the PC, dude.
For the PC.
For iPhones, man. What are you talking about?
All right.
Pokemon Go kind of counts.
That's a good one. That's your dream.
Actually, well, I'm gonna throw a crazy one in. I saw somebody like half tweet about this, so I'm gonna say it. Compatibility between Pokemon Go and the Pokemon Bank. So you can transfer things you've catched on on Pokemon
Is this
Go.
like instead of the MMO? You want to go with this one?
Yeah, I'll go to this one because this one's realistic-ish.
Well, it can't. Be, the idea is it's not realistic.
Yeah, I know, but it's never gonna happen. Like Nintendo's never gonna do this.
Well, what you see here, like in comparison to Pokemon MMO for the PC, it's this could, even though extremely unlikely.
Yeah, it's not gonna happen. But that's one. 'Cause then
Pokemon
it would-
MMO
it would
goes
get me-
against
it
Game
would-
Freak.
Yeah, well.
This doesn't.
Able to transfer Pokemon from Pokemon Go to
Pokemon Bank.
PKMNGO to Pokebank. Okay, I'll accept that.
I like that.
I like that. All right, there you go. That's all of our E3 bets. Is that silly enough for you, Scott? And if you say no, let me read you an actual bet that I wrote. How many puns will be made during Nintendo's E3 showcase? That is a real thing that I wrote down.
Yeah, but that's not that weird for them.
Yeah, but it's fun.
Yeah, I know.
It's fun.
Still something about Danny's. They should have been moved to today.
Yeah, I would like it to have Danny, because I feel like Danny would have had good answers for this. All right, that's it. That's the show.
It's all right, sorry, my answers weren't good enough. For
No, they were
everybody.
good. They
No,
were
that's
good.
all right.
I like
Just
that.
traveled all the way around the world for this shit.
You said no twice. You're hurting me, Nate.
I know.
Don't hurt me. I love you. So we did the E3 bets in place of the mail sack, just for folks' reference. That's how I worked it out in the doc. So we're going to close it out now. We've done bets also. No this week's bet, because I think we're going to have enough points to tally up next week. We're going to have to pay attention.
How much Taco
And
Bell
you're
is
gonna love-
NATO going to eat before he leaves America?
Do you want to get some after this?
Ooh, you're gonna
I
have
wouldn't
to
say
help
no.
me pay attention. You have to give me a chore.
I mean, I'll eat
for one
Taco
of
Bell
them.
if you guys eat Taco Bell.
Yeah,
Yes.
we're going to... Nabish and I are going to have to pay attention. I told Nabish that he's going to have to pay harder attention to me because I'm incapable of doing it. But I'm going to try.
You can probably give me the superhero one,
Yeah.
and then you guys both don't have to worry about it.
I'll pay attention to Far Cry.
I'll be rewatching E3 a lot because I'll rewatch it with Giant Bomb. I'll be watching it with Easy Allies and Kind of Funny. So you'll be fine. I'll keep track of it.
Louise.
Okay. I'll
This,
probably...
this is why I take off of work. So I
true.
can
Yeah,
enjoy it.
I'm gonna rewatch it at least one other time, but yeah. So I'll see what I can do. All right, that's the show. Thank you everyone so much for listening. Real quick, if you'd like to keep in touch with us, you can follow each of us on Twitter. I am at AlFighter27. Scott is at WhatTechuz. Nabishin is at Nabishin186. That's Nabeshin 186. Tony's at Tony Horvath, all one word. And Nate, you are at NatoJ18.
Yeah.
You can follow the site and the show on Twitter at IrrationalPod. Some other stuff, we would love it if you went on iTunes and rate and reviewed us. You can do the same thing on Stitcher, which is another podcast service that we are on. I think we're on the Google Play Store too, but I don't know if you can rate and review stuff on there.
I don't know.
have no-
It's not open in Australia, so I can't even use that service.
Go to check out VGEvo.com. Check out the awesome podcast there, Monthly Passions podcast, IP West that NATO recorded the secret podcast of.
Yeah, I was naked.
He was naked. Twitch.tv/Irrational Passions. I'm going to be getting some new equipment soon, so I'm going to be testing that out over there. Hopefully this coming week, if everything goes.
Are we going to get another wine tour?
Maybe. We'll see. YouTube.com/Irrational Passions. That's where all of our post shows are going to be up. If you missed them and you're listening to the audio version, that's where they all are. It's just going to be post shows, so they're going to be pretty tight. I would say 30 minutes to an hour for each of them. That's what I'm going to try and keep them at. I'm sure for stuff like Sony that might be longer, we'll probably have a lot more to say. So
The Microsoft conference is now 90 minutes longer.
yeah, so
was it 90?
It's not. I think it might be 2 hours. So.
Yeah.
And tell your friends about the show. We would really appreciate that. Nate, you are off doing your own podcast and stuff. And you have
podcasts now.
Yeah, you have multiple podcasts.
Yeah,
so why don't you tell our listeners about them if they don't know?
First one is my comedy cross-continental conversational podcast where a whole bunch of people that I met in America, we come together weekly. We release Monday, and yeah, we just it's more just having fun. It's a real the way to classify it's something between Comedy Button and My Brother and Me, minus the brothers.
Okay.
And
You're appealing to my heart right now.
yeah, so yeah, we just talk about silly stories. I like bringing on guests because I'm a secret researcher and I always find good stories on people because
Yeah, you found a good story on me.
yeah, I think your episode comes out not this Monday, but next Monday, episode 40. And yeah, that's our live one. And Alex reveals a good story. He half mentioned.
I've never told it on this podcast.
Yeah, so it's good.
I can never tell it on this podcast.
I remember you telling me that before.
I told you that
Yeah.
because I had to.
Is this one that you told me eventually?
You probably know.
Yeah.
What about me?
But you
Tony
described
definitely knows.
you described it in great detail.
I ripped my pants for that story.
Yeah, and you had to go buy pants.
I had to
the
go to
next day.
Macy's the next day and buy new jeans because I only brought 2 pairs of jeans with me to San Francisco.
So yeah, it's just an hour-long podcast. Comes out Monday, and my other podcast, my new podcast,
okay.
is
I think I
A
know which
plus anime, where me and my good friend Ian from Japan, we review mostly the whole season, but we really just review the first episode of a season. And it's more about like trying to bring in new people into anime, because like me and Ian both, because we watched a lot, we have a lot of friends that's like, hey, I want to get into anime. What do I want to watch? And I'm like, so this this podcast is really about trying to show what, because like everyone has different tastes and stuff like that, and people that say they don't like anime, they just have watched a certain anime. It's like what saying you don't like TV. It's just you've watched the wrong genre of TV. So it's all about us trying to give you options of what to watch. And
do you guys talk about how anime is ruining all media?
It is. It's also a mistake.
Yeah,
Anime is a
apparently,
mistake.
yeah, from what I've heard.
So yeah, there's a lot out there. There's a ton of anime. So
How much do you talk about My Hero Academia?
we haven't talked about it yet, because secretly we recorded the first 4 episodes like 3 months ago, and we were going to release it then. But then OK Beast, which the podcast is a part of, they did a big reboot, so that we saved those episodes till then. So we've been sitting on those episodes.
You're going to have an option on to talk about My Hero Academia.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
And Tony about just being a beautiful anime boy in general.
All right.
That's good. Check out Nate's podcast. Obviously, if you couldn't tell already, he's an incredibly lovely human being. So much so that I would invite him to my house and I would force him to stay if I could forever.
God, do you know how like much Tony tried to bribe me to like cancel my ticket and use that to pay for your ticket to just go to?
It was mostly a group effort. Let's be real.
Yeah, just make me lose my job. It's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, it's a pleasure to have you on. NATO will be here for all of our post E3 stuff, which is very exciting. So just one more time, like I said before, we're doing post shows for all the E3 conferences. I will not be on the Microsoft one. Nobshin's going to be kind of spearheading that one. We're going to hopefully have some guests for all of them. NATO will be here for most of them as well. And it's going to be a good time. I hope you like this, and I hope you like the show and all that. For everything else, Irrational Passions and links to all of NATO's podcasts and all that, irrationalpassions.com is the website to go to. We're almost 7 years old, also.
So excited.
Which is crazy. Some little fun fact. We'll be 7 years old in just 23 days.
You doing anything big for it?
We'll see.
Just a little birthday special?
If things fall apart,
You can pretend
no.
like nothing was planned.
but if things work out, maybe. That's it for the show. Thank you, everyone, for listening. You guys are the best. Thank you to Danny Wiesner for opening music of Two Player Co-op and our closing music of The World Is Saved. Thank you to all the people who tuned in and watched it a little bit live or watching or listening to the audio after the fact or the archive, et cetera, et cetera. NATO, thank you so much for coming to America and hanging out with me.
That's right. It was worth the trip.
Oh, stop it.
You guys, the beautiful boys.
Thank you, Tony. Thank you, Scott. Thank you, Nobshin, for joining me. I love you guys. Winky face.
I helped out with a beautiful wink.
Yeah, you did. I love all of you listeners so much. You're the best. That's it. I got to end this podcast. I've been your host, Alex O'Neill. Play your games. Stay irrational. We will talk to you all next week.
How do I stop recording?
You don't.
Tony, I need you to tell me about something. Do you know what that is?
About what?
I think you know what it is.
I have actually, I need to stall for time so I can get to this podcast episodes folder. You know what I mean, bro?
I can.
I'm here. It's all right.
All right, cool. Got it.
Titles!
Woo!
Ooh. NATO Johnson, space racist.
Fuck yeah.
I think this is meant to be Asari Calamari.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, like we didn't have the doc when you guys were saying this, so I had to try to remember everything.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Then Drongo Nate.
I like that one.
Cold as fuck night. Look at the character. Mid Max Horvath. Mario and Luigi, Goku's Inside Story.
I have 2 favorites already.
That one's really good.
7.8, needed more Pele. Where's Watto?
Yanni!
And a limitless airport lane.
Oh, these are all so good, Nobshin. You outdid yourself. Dude, Mario and Luigi Goku's Inside Story is so fucking good. Although Asari Calamari is maybe like a personal all-time favorite.
I like Space Racist and Horvath.
Min-max Horvath.
Yeah, for sure.
There's some good slashes. That's a very text-based joke that I hope people can appreciate at the time that this episode goes out. Assuming that's the time.
I'd just like to be known as a space racist.
What do you like, Scott?
Would you though?
Yeah.
What do you like, Scott?
7.8. Needed more Pele.
Nabashin, what you got?
Max Horvath.
Yeah. Yeah.
Tony, what you got?
I like Asari Calamari.
NATO?
Oh, Min-Max.
All right.
Yeah.
Min-max Horvath.
Yeah.
Who wants to do the title? Do you want to do the number, Nate?
Yeah.
Okay, do you know the number? Do you know what to say?
This is Irrational Passions episode.
Rational Passions Podcast, episode 331.
Yeah, can you write it down?
I can write it down. Yeah,
Actually, no. I'll write it down in front of me.
Okay.
You write it down.
Who wants to say the title?
Just write it there.
Okay. Wow, everyone. That's a first.
What?
Wow, amazing.
Give me 1 second. God, not used to this keyboard.
Oh, do you use Swipey or something like that?
No, I'm terrible with slightly larger phones at this point. I
I gotta pee like a champ after this as well.
Like a racehorse, would you
Yeah.
say?
Racehorse Goanna, mate.
Man, 331. That's a lot of episodes of a podcast. Nabashin, you say it.
Okay.
Modern
I
amount of
took the
episodes.
choice away from all of you. I gave it to Nabashin.
Sorry.
Whenever
Sorry.
you're ready, Nate.
You're listening to Irrational Passions Podcast, episode 331.
Mid-max Horvath.
Is that too much?
Scott Guthier has just launched PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds.
I saw.
You can
I?
you can stop recording now.
That wasn't supposed to happen.
You can stop recording now. Thank you everyone for watching.
Oh
We love you
shit!
all.
I did.